sure if like a generation above us even knows anything.
Yeah,
Like
what's
it
the
feels
cutoff?
so like can you name the Rugrats?
No. I didn't know they had
Oh.
names. I thought they were just the Rugrats.
No way.
No, couldn't name
No
one of them.
way.
Couldn't name a single.
Tommy
Rugrat.
Pickles,
That's you're making
Lucky
that up.
Finster?
Bill and Lil.
Tommy's little brother. Dill.
Okay, here's it. Give me how many Rugrats are there?
Like 6 or 7.
Give me.
Depends on what
Yeah.
the cutoff is.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
era.
what the original 6. Give me 7 names, and I'll try to
5
pick out the
original
one that's not a real Rugrat.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I got this.
Yeah. Can you do this for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you, Barrett. You're the best of us.
Bill, Lil, Jill,
Mhm.
Dill.
You gotta give last names for all of them.
Huh?
You gotta give the last names.
I don't know Phil and Lil's last name.
DeVille.
Phil and Lil DeVille, and then there's Dill Pickles, Tommy Pickles, Jack Pickles. What's the
Jack Pickles is wrong.
You heard somebody laugh.
Yeah, I heard fucking Barrett laugh.
You heard Barrett laugh.
I heard
Jack Pickles.
Jack Pickles. You know what? You went with too many pickles. That was too close to the pickle. Ladies
Well,
and
not
gentlemen.
just that you changed it because you added another Lil
You did.
rhyming one that
But
you
But I
forgot.
forgot it immediately.
It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Kind of Funny podcast where each and every week, four of Kind of Funny best friends gather around this table, each bringing fun topics for your amusement. A couple housekeeping things, of course. We're still neck deep in The Last of Us review right now. You guys just recorded that this morning. I have not watched the newest episode. You guys have? I'm very excited for it. I saw Troy Baker in some stuff. He posted that on Instagram. I'm very excited to see that.
And then he
Can't
was
wait.
on our episode.
And he
Troy
was-
Baker hung out with us to talk about it. So go watch
cool.
the new episode of Last of Us on HBO, and then go watch our Last of Us breakdown with Troy Baker.
And then go watch our Creed 3 in review. See where we ranked Creed 3. And spoilers, it's probably not where you're going to rank Creed 3 based on the comments of the video. And of course, make sure you guys are caught up on Scream. It is Scream 6 week.
Screamy, baby!
For the win, we are going to once again continue that review with Games and Disease. Very, very excited.
Jumping in, hang on.
It's going to be very cool. Shout out to our Patreon. Tripod, Plus, Chuck Berry, James Hastings, Casey Andrew. You are all incredible. Thank you for your support. Remember, if you guys want to support this show, get it early. Be in the comments right now. Like Bloody Hammer and Paper. Shout out to Hammer. Shout out to Madeline Stanley. I believe we're going to read questions.
You have plastic.
There you go. Oh, they're fighting. I don't like homies. Go over to patreon.com. It's kind of funny, guys.
Do they land it in the back?
Really appreciate all of that. Shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah.
There's something I think about.
Get it off your mind.
And it's just one of those weird kind of flashbacks.
This is gonna send us down a path. No, it's not one of these.
It's just like, it's a callback to one of the first Kind of Funny podcasts.
No, we're coming, we're coming.
Down an enemy.
No.
I'm pretty sure this is all
Based on
while
the
we were doing all the Vanderpump Rules stuff, so it got overshadowed clearly.
This was?
Friday, so I'm not amazing, but
Joey, what'd you do? Why does everybody hate Haley Bieber?
I initially my first gut reaction was like, I hate that I know the answer to this and I can explain it to you, but I'm happy to fill that role. in the song.
Wait, okay, first off, I want to know the answer to this because this morning when I went to my local Starbucks, they had the tip jar thing, which I gotta be honest, are you Haley Bieber or are you Selena Gomez? And there's
Oh, I
three tip
haven't
jars.
seen it, okay.
You never seen this?
No.
People do this to me all the time, and I'll be honest with you. I love to tip at Starbucks anyway. This
Nick
fucking,
wa-
I
Nick-
gotta. I'm like, now I gotta
Nick
put $2.
wants people to know his opinion.
I gotta know, and they know that. And so Dee actually got me coffee this morning because we had to wake up. We had a service guy come to the apartment, and she got me coffee, and she told me this was the thing. She goes, "I put the $1 in the Haley Bieber jar for you," and I was like, "What?"
Don't speak for me.
And she goes, "I thought you would like Haley Bieber," and I was like, "Well, I don't dislike Haley Bieber. I don't have anything against her, but she's no Selena Gomez. Like, come on." So when I went back there for my I made sure to put another $1 in there. should I take the dollar out of the Hailey Bieber thing? And I'm like, no, that's a bridge too far.
I love this because Andy, Andy and Joey, can you imagine Nick Scarpino in the situation? Let's take away this Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. Let's say it was like two things that he.
It is not. To be fair, I'm not rooting for either side. I don't have a horse in that race. The Hailey Bieber was. I have no problem with that.
I can see Nick though.
But if it was like,
but I do think Nick makes snap judgments just on feeling.
That's what I'm saying. Can you guys imagine Nick?
Maybe I made the judgment based on which one was better written on the actual.
Oh, which sign you like?
Yeah, which sign I thought
Better
was
font, better writer.
I can just see Nick putting the dollar in one of them and then looking like being confident about it, making eye contact with the barista, putting it in.
And if there was a look,
and he looks at me. Oh, is that bad? That's bad. I'm gonna switch stuff. Hold on. I'm not gonna take this dollar out to put it now.
It's already in there. I can't pull it
But
out.
I don't have any more ones, so I only have this 5. But I put it now, so I'm just gonna put it in.
Were you at Starbucks this morning? No joke. Because I know all the people by Starbucks now, but the man, I respect the hell out of the manager. She's been there forever, and the manager there, I don't want to say it, but she was just like, you can go. It's okay, man.
It's all going this thing, boy.
It's all gonna
I
go
imagine
down.
Nick being like, can I see what the other people do?
Can I review the footage? So what is the deal? Why is Hailey Bieber in pop culture right now?
So she did a TikTok with Kendall Jenner, and I think it was I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying that timing is always right. People think that she was shading Selena Gomez. Because people were being really mean to Selena Gomez because they didn't think that she looked good on like one of the recent red carpets. And then Selena Gomez went on Instagram Live and it was like, hey guys, I know that I don't look the same that I used to look, but like I'm dealing with a lot of health stuff and I'm trying to make my health my priority.
1 minute and the ring's spitting distance.
Which means like I retain my water weight and all this stuff. And then people are diving back because Selena Gomez used to date Justin Bieber, who Hailey's now married to, and Hailey has like a history of like being really insecure about their relationship and Selena Gomez in general. And there's a lot of shade. And then Selena Gomez's little sister was doing TikTok with Northwest, and then people were like, oh, the Kardashians, clearly a house divided on this topic.
Oh, wow. Wait.
Wow.
Rings near with 30 on the clock. Let's move.
Correct. Yeah, and like Hailey was a weird Justin Bieber fangirl, and then there's a very funny picture of like Hailey Bieber meeting Selena Gomez when she was like little, and it's just like, oh, you've always been like just a big fangirl of this girl, but you hate her because now you're married to her ex-boyfriend.
I think one of the funniest tweets I saw over the weekend was like this exact situation of somebody asked me about the situation, so of course I started explaining as like, how much time you got? 30 minutes? Let me tell you all about the history, blah blah blah. At the very end, my brother goes, oh, I thought Hailey was Justin's sister. And it reminded me of Nick of like at the very end of it.
Like, how much of that were you getting?
Just forming my entire opinion off of whatever my opinion is. That's what I enjoy doing. So, the big question is, the dollar that I put in this tip jar.
Yes.
That was correct.
And Cameron
Okay.
Kennedy says the kind of funny has to be united in the Selena front if Andy's ever going to have a chance.
Yeah.
And, by the way, I love and also hate that it's my brand that whenever Selena does anything, I get tagged. I love it and I also like really don't like it, but I like it, but I don't.
Like, stop it. Like, keep
It is. So I didn't know anything about that. Obviously, Team Salgo for sure. But we're not going to go too far into this. But I need to vocalize it out for people. This last couple of days has just been a lot for fans of reality TV out there. Some people might call it the Super Bowl. Some people might call it Christmas. But like the juiciest drama that could ever fucking happen in the world of Bravo reality TV went down. And Joey, me, and Gia, and pretty much anyone we know have been in multiple group threads all weekend. Any update, just freaking out over this shit.
It's my favorite when like it's just quiet and I hear Tim go. Did you see the post about and then Joey be like, oh yeah, she fucking. Oh, they're talking about some reality bullshit.
Try to keep it between us.
There are a lot of people that are highly invested. Autumn from 100 Season 9 went back and forth extensively this weekend about things. My dear friend Maria, who got me on the Vanderpump train, that got G on the Vanderpump train. We were dissecting the Reddit. It was a whole.
It's just like it is anything that fans of the show could possibly dream for. The downside is these are real people, and again, like, this is the thing of like, reality TV's fake. It's like, well, let's see how fucking fake it is now, and everyone's life is being destroyed before our eyes. Like, it is like the craziest shit in the world. Again, not getting into the fucking details here. But I mean, it's that's the thing about this is like, like you were just talking about the Twitter thread that ends in like, wait, is that the secret? It's like I feel like a crazy person trying
I need
to
AVAT.
people that don't give a shit about this.
0.
Well, here's the characters you need to know. Here's where you go. Like it's wild. Like, there's just so many intricate connections. But what it essentially boils down to is there's been this friend group that has been on the reality TV show for 10 years now, and there's been a drama throughout the entire thing of people cheating on others and blah 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 blah. The full circle thing just happened of there's been an affair happening for at least a year at this point, and it is between like best friends with their best friends' wives and stuff, and it is disgusting. It's the most salacious shit possible.
It's to the point where it's like the exes of exes have now hooked up.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's a circle. It's crazy.
It's
The old cast members coming out of the woodwork to talk about things about how they've known that these people have been shitty.
All of the workers? This is Vanderpump Rules?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the younger people. This is not like the Real Housewives women.
It's
We're like the married, like
Yeah.
Nick, it took me like 2 years to realize that this wasn't
anime.
Van Wilder or Jane Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a teen kind of movie called like Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
Horrible
Okay.
rules.
Makes
That's
no
fair.
sense.
She's clean. She rules.
Can you tell me what it means?
Okay. So, thank you for asking. I didn't want to go off, but I will. But essentially, there's Real Housewives, and there's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and one of the most,
The GOAT.
Fuck it,
I'll
I'm gonna
say
say
goated.
the GOAT, the iconic Lisa Vanderpump, who is the great.
So it's a last name.
It's her last name. And
Gotcha.
But
she's
now
famous.
Last name
now he's
Van.
fulfilled.
Middle name Van.
No, but last name Vanderpump. But she runs a bunch of.
Can I-
Take a
and-
second.
no. The restaurant. So this
Oh no. I just meant like a place for like girls dress hall.
No,
yeah, kind of.
But it's
Yeah,
not.
me
It's
too.
not. It's not a hoot.
No, not. I don't think it's mandated. I think.
So it's an
I'm just-
so it stands
It's
for
an
something.
acronym.
Serves
Okay.
an acronym.
So it could stand for serve under.
Stand up paddling. No.
That's a P.
Stop.
That is
an
a
R.
P.
You're never gonna guess it, so I'm just gonna tell you. Sexy Unique Restaurant is what it's called.
Okay.
Sexy
What the fuck?
Unique
Now-
Restaurant.
Now here's the thing: it's either called Sex Unique Restaurant or Serve Under Ryan. Which one of those do you think is true?
Sir on a rat.
They're both generic and dumb. That's weird.
No, Sexy Unique Restaurant is excellent.
That
It's
is
the weirdest thing ever,
weird.
but it is excellent, and it
Yeah.
totally fits the vibe of what they do there.
And
And
so it's like a sexy kind of restaurant.
it's not sexy. It's LA though.
It is. Well, you remember what they
it's
were
supposed to be like posh,
what they
right?
wear is
Sorry, it's not supposed to be titillating.
no.
Yeah, it's not Hooters.
It's
like
not Hooters.
The way that
But they are
they
supposed to be
phrase
like
it is that it's the cream of the crop in terms of like hot people that work there.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Which I always
So
like.
it's
Okay,
like
so
when you were a teen and you'd walk by Abercrombie or Fitch, and it's like, why is that dude in my school shirtless standing
Yeah.
outside Abercrombie?
100%.
Exactly.
So
What-
weird.
can I ask a question real quick as we
Can
go?
we- let's just talk about how like Abercrombie and Fitch made teenagers stand shirtless outside the
Yeah,
restaurant.
and all those teenagers gave me a fucking complex, and I was in college.
last year, a documentary dropped on Netflix about Abercrombie, and you should totally watch it. It's so fucking good. It's one part, one and done, like hour and a half or
I think it might
something.
be Hulu.
Maybe. Freaking
Worth watching.
excellent stuff, man. And it goes through like all the shady shit going on and like how it all happened and like taking advantage of these like college kids. Like it is
Weird. Okay, keep going with your.
So Vanderpump, yeah. So Lisa Vanderpump, she's an
Vanderpump.
icon. She's very British and dresses like a sexy Austin Powers,
I'll give you
right?
A lot of
So
suits.
very unique look to her.
And what's the backstory? Why is she famous?
Restaurants. So
Yeah.
she, her and her husband, but mainly her, run a handful of them.
Well, that's how they got wealthy.
Yeah.
She's famous because of Real Housewives.
Real
of Beverly Hills.
Housewives.
So they were restaurateurs. They got famous because of the show. Unlike Kyle Richards. Of course, we
Oh,
all
the
know.
leader. That's me.
She's
going
the
whatever,
little
as long as we
one,
win.
but now she's also in the more recent movies. I reference her a lot. They got it. Kyle Richards is the sister of Captain Middleton, who is the mother of Harris.
Then you have the mom of the Housewives. Beverly Hills.
The
kind of
Housewives,
been franchise.
the Housewives really, when you start to unravel the mystery of the Housewives, are responsible for every celebrity that's ever been made.
Straight up.
I feel like the Housewives like maybe the Patriots in Metal Gear Solid. like,
Oh,
like they're
yeah,
behind, they're actually behind the economy.
I mean, Andy Cohen at Bravo. I would not be surprised the amount of power that man has. But yeah, so essentially, she was on Beverly Hills Housewives for a long time until she got very wrongfully outed from the show. It's bullshit. I'll never let it go.
Wait, who was?
Next
oh,
ring's
Van.
quite the
Okay.
trot.
Yeah, she got
Better get a
bullied
reload.
off. Puppygate was not her fault. So then she got a spinoff. I mean, even before she got kicked off, she had a spinoff, which is why all the other women hate her, because like she was clearly she was the most popular. So the spinoff was Vanderpump Rules, which was taking place at Sex and the City restaurant with all these like young, like 21-year-olds that all wanted to be actors or models.
Did you see that little dog that had alopecia?
Yes, and she also always walks around. She has like 10 Pomeranians, and this is like,
She had this little dog that had like
She
one
walked-
hair on it.
yeah,
Poor little shit. They had to put him in like a little sweater.
yeah, and then he
Oh,
eventually died.
Puppygate. I thought Tim
Game
said
bloody on,
Pumpygate.
fellas.
Like
Oh, Vanderpump.
Either
no,
would work.
Last one he knows me
That's
is
Lisa
flat.
Ray.
That's Lisa.
neither work.
Yeah, so there's
Oh, is that Dorit? Who was
yeah,
that?
that is Doreen on the left.
And
Oh, that's the
Rinna.
girl from
that's
Lisa
Lisa
Rinna.
Rinna. Yeah, Lisa Rinna's
Yeah,
incredible.
She's also on it.
What do you know
She's
Lisa
a real
Rinna from?
from like Who's More Wives? Yeah, like that's what I was
Like-
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Generic TV commercial kind of
was
things.
that?
I knew Lisa Rinna before she did this. She's been in a ton of stuff.
Well, yeah. When I was a kid, I just remember thinking like that lady's hot. Like that.
Oh,
that's a hot lady. Yeah.
But she
I'll
doesn't
tell
like
you
the
what.
workout video-y kind of things. Right?
Well, no, but I would say it was mostly because my grandparents would babysit me or whatever. Like we would stay over at their house during the summer while my parents would be at work, and my grandma would always watch like Days of Our Lives or whatever.
Just enough to do with an extended sniper
It wasn't
mag.
Days of
soap
Our Lives.
opera.
I forget
Jack
what
Renner
it
says
was.
she in the live chat. Landers in live chat says she's in an episode of Community. Maybe you might know her from that. Maybe.
Also,
And-
somebody in the
oh.
chat says that their old neighbor was Sheena. And like my mind is.
We're going to need to verify some information there. But yeah, also what's interesting is Lisa Rinna and her husband, Harry Hamlin,
Who you know
from Mad Men.
and a bunch of
Oh,
other stuff.
I-
Harry
I was
Hamlin,
go-
I think, was a soap opera actor.
Barrett, I was gonna
Yeah.
say Better Call Saul.
And they were together as
Howard
a couple in Veronica Mars.
Are they still together?
Yes.
Good, because I liked them as a couple.
Yeah.
And I also wanna
Lisa Rinna right now on the outs.
Oh, is she on the outs?
She got
Lisa Rinna
she got
was,
booted.
Looking it up, Days of Our Lives in Melrose Place.
No,
Melrose Place is the big one. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I heard her say one time on the show. You say what you will about her. I don't really follow her, so if we're not liking her, let
Say
me know.
what you will about.
Well, I don't know. My context for Lisa
gotta
Rinna
be careful, yeah.
was like 2 years ago.
This is a Starbucks thing all over.
But one time she was like, "I'll take any job. I don't care. Everyone else is like discerning. I will do a commercial for freaking like a poo medication or whatever it is."
This was a plot line on her show where she does QVC.
Yeah.
And she's like, all y'all trying to act fancy like you don't want to make more money. I'm going to do QVC commercials.
Yeah.
I don't
She does whatever.
Whoever pays.
She was like, "I'm not above anything. I'll just whoever wants to pay me for stuff." And you gotta respect that.
God, QVC was something I watched all of it at my grandma's house. It's like, well,
There's something about it.
and my grandma would buy shit.
know how I feel about
all
following
the
this guy.
time, yeah, she'd buy shit for me and my brother for Christmas off of QVC. QVC was like
It would have been hilarious if you did your own
appointment viewing.
QVC commercial by accident for your grandma just gave some guitar. It's like $2,000.
It was just such a weird show in retrospect.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Is it still going?
Yeah. Lisa Rinna still does it.
I mean, like,
To this day.
I guess it's such a.
It reminds me of hats.
It's just such a product that exists that you tell young kids about that they would never believe is actually a thing. Like some person just sold you something on TV for an hour. Like that's really weird.
like an hour long.
Yeah.
And that's the weirdest part.
It was the coolest when they would show off the toys, the tech, and like, here's this new boombox or this new CD player or this Blu-ray player, PlayStation. Like,
Got
oh my
one
God,
spotted.
they're playing with the PlayStation right now. Super Nintendo. Here's all the buttons and then fucking triggers on it. Oh my god. Anyway, enough about QVC.
So how do we get what? Okay, how do we get to Haley Bieber from this again? I'm so
Backpack here.
Oh no, we were just.
Oh, we're
talking
moved
about Other poultry.
We talked about Vanderpump. You were driving towards something like that. Or did we finish?
I mean, no, I was just saying that like it's just been there's a lot going on right now. It's really hard to talk about anything else because this is like the most.
Oh yeah,
This
okay.
is like it's like
So
Xbox
who's
buying
sleeping with
Activision
who's
Blizzard.
Because it's not that lady that's going to jail, right?
Who's what?
Isn't there a lady
No,
that
that's
like her
Jen.
husband defrauded the Aaron Brockovich people?
Oh, you talking about Real Housewives of SLC? Jen Shaw. That's yeah.
Glove is super weak.
Another team just walked up on us. To your left. Right here, right here.
This one's flash here. The fusion's flash. There's 2 on my mark here.
Knock the fuse.
You should. You should absolutely. Look at TikTok.
Well,
Hit the lobo a little bit. Lobo's right there all alone.
rules. That is about a bunch of something
Yeah, okay. One of the guys' names is J-A-S.
Number one guy in the group. He's the number one guy in the group.
To know what you're dealing with, Andy. To see like what you're
I will tell you that not one, but 2 of these people have fake names. 3 of these people have fake names on here.
Like you
Not
see
their
that girl
actual names.
Raquel
I don't doubt it at all.
in the middle right?
Yeah.
Her name's actually Rachel. But we didn't learn that until the
this
drama
weekend.
unfolded this weekend. So that's how juicy this is all getting.
Jax, definitely Jason, but he goes by Jax.
Jax is Jason, yeah.
Lala, Lauren from Utah,
Lauren from Utah.
but
Yeah,
now
I was
she lives in
gonna say,
LA,
there's no
so
way
she's
her
a
name is
Lala.
actually Lala.
Nope. But okay, so boiling this down, like of course you can look at this and glean whatever information you need from it. But essentially they started the show 10 years ago.
It
It's a
is.
bunch of kids like that are all hot, trying to be models or actors, but they're all working at this restaurant. They're all legitimately working at this restaurant. They're also legitimately all fucking each other because it's a restaurant and they're hot and 20.
That is what
In
people
LA.
did in restaurants. Not me, but other people did.
And so throughout the years,
I wanted to. I just
Just kidding.
want to make out with me.
throughout the years, there has been a lot of people coupling up, a lot of cheating on each other, a lot of marriages in this couple that were like at least mostly faithful that we thought. Now, getting to the most important part here, there's 2 Toms you might notice, Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz. They would eventually link up to launch their own restaurant called
Close.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz launch a restaurant. What's it called? Yes.
Nailed it.
No way. Yes.
That's a badass name. I'm not gonna lie.
Restaurant called Tom Tom. All right. And like again, y'all just need to catch up somehow because I can't get into the details here.
It's
But what you
okay.
need to know is Tom Tom launched a restaurant owned by Lisa Vanderpump. Still, she's still involved. Eventually, they're like, "Hey, we don't want you involved. We're big boys. We can do our own thing." So they launch another restaurant. So Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz launch another restaurant called.
If they were to have a second restaurant, what do you think it would be?
Sandoval and Shorts. Sandoval and Schwartz.
You're so
Sandoval.
Schwartz and Sandy's.
Okay.
That's the name of it.
That's great.
Schwartz
That is a
and
great
Sandy's
name.
is the name of their second restaurant.
On board with Schwartz and Sandy.
That's a great name.
Katie does not think so.
Is it surf and turf? Like what? Is it like Shorts and Sandals?
They
No.
just opened.
It's essentially.
How are we not going to these places?
I'm going
We're
in like 3
trying
weeks.
so hard. This isn't even talking about the restaurant that they have in Vegas.
Is this a
that I wanna go
WrestleMania
to so
trip we're
bad.
doing?
I'm going a week early because I'm trying to go to all these fucking restaurants, bro.
I love that.
Instagram bar where like all of the like boobs and pictures and stuff like that just look cool in pictures. I don't know how to do it.
I'm sure it's all hot water, but whatever.
So there's Sir, there's other Vanderpump restaurants, and then Tom Tom and Shorts and Sandy's are there too, 2 restaurants. So there's this girl Aria. She's one of the more like normal people on the show. We don't really know at one point they did hook up.
Wait.
Yeah.
So Ariana and Tom Sandoval have been together for like the whole run of the show, essentially 9 years.
Season 3 on.
Yeah. And we're on like season They've been together forever, and then this guy James Kennedy in the middle. Not him and Raquel have been together for a long time. Tom Sandoval, they need to for James and Raquel $12,000 his own money. And James Kennedy, they break up live, and it was insane, but cool, great. So then Tom Schwartz on the bottom is with Katie. Then last year they get divorced, and it's like, holy shit, y'all were the only in love couple, really, whatever. We all were like,
Love was real because
we're like, we thought they were gonna make it forever. Yeah, what do you think, Hector? So Schwartz and Katie, they're divorced. So this has all happened in the last like year in between the last season of the show. So then we get back to this new season that just started, and all the drama is Raquel is now single, and she is fucking everything up. She's making out with people left and right. Like half this whole picture, she's just making out with them, and we're all like, what the fuck? That was not your personality at all. You were super quiet. She got once got called a fan VI. That's what. So
I don't like this. I'm probably gonna get cancer. I don't care.
You'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just sit next to
So I need y'all. I know I'm saying a lot of shit here. Andy Cortez, I need you to lock in for what I'm about to say. Okay? Tom Schwartz, Tom Sandoval. They have a restaurant called Tom Tom.
I'm gonna need a week off after this, though.
They're best fucking friends.
Yeah, yeah.
They're best friends.
They got
man.
they got shorts and chains.
They look out for each other no matter what happens. So would you believe that last year there were rumors that started during Coachella that Raquel was and we're like, no fucking way. How long did that they were dating?
No, after they broke up.
After they broke up with Tom Schwartz, and we're like, oh, wild, that's crazy. We start watching this news. She's working hard with him, and like trying to get him to make out on camera to the
Not
point
even
that
flirting. She was like, "You want to
wanna
hang
make
out?"
And Tom, he's like, hey, are the cameras still rolling? And he like looks back and sees the camera rolling. He's like, oh no, like it's like really fucking awkward shit. Anyways, that was all what was on the show. What happened off the show was Ariana picked up her essentially husband's phone, Tom Sandoval, at one of his like, because he also does music, at one of his concerts. Of course.
His band?
Is he a DJ?
No, it's even worse.
No, James Kennedy is the DJ.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tom's band, Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras. The worst band name on the face of the earth.
No. Yeah, we just came up with our band name. We'll tell you guys later. What was the guy's
Tom
name?
Sandoval and the Most Extras.
Not gonna put the button.
I'm not taking too much crap.
There's so much good shit to talk about, but to stay here, because I need to land this plane with this point, because it's very fucking important. Ariana finds his phone, and is like, oh, I'm going to take his phone so that like doesn't get lost or stolen or whatever while he's fucking performing. She looks at the phone. There is a text message, video message from Raquel, masturbated.
Target acquired. There.
Holy shit! Like, this is like the most insane shit. I mean, it'd be the equivalent of like, of Danielle sending me that video.
Yeah.
And Gia finding it. Being like, what? Like, this is the most out of nowhere insane thing. So now, everything's falling apart. It's confirmed. It's fucking real. Two of the people are on, Raquel and then
They're here.
we talked about Sheena are on.
She's not even on this, which is wild.
Sheena's not even on the draft.
No, and she's like she's been on the season like every season. That's so funny that she's not on this.
I'll say this. We might actually have to cut this out of the podcast. That'd be cool. Why in the back of my head, when you said my wife's sending you I think that I would be in the background going like this. Send it. That's how fucked up I am.
I'm gonna time code that just in case.
God,
All right, getting back here. Getting back on track. All right. So there's a show called Watch What Happens Live that essentially the head of Bravo does every night, and it's a live talk show where he interviews the people on these different shows. Yeah. All right? To promote the episode that just happened or whatever.
Of all the different shows.
All
Friend of the show,
different
Jerry
shows.
O'Connell, on it all the time.
Celebrities are on it all the time.
They have like medical blood dash and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Helen
all-
Mirren was on last week. It's funny, or a couple weeks ago. It's crazy.
It's like when we get him on that, he'll have crest.
Yes.
Well, no.
Yes.
That's the
I need to get on that fucking show. So, on that show, it was this girl, Sheena, and Raquel. And they're there doing the show. Couple weird answers here and there. Like,
They do like rapid fire questions.
and they ask, like, who's hot, which of the Toms is hotter? Tom Sandoval, Tom Shorts. And she says Tom Sandoval. And we're all like, that's fucking weird.
You're
like,
hooking up with Tom
you're
Shorts.
hooking up with Tom
It's weird to be
Shorts.
his best
So
friend.
this is crazy. So, but as an audience,
Got the names mixed up.
we're just like, this is kind of fucking weird, whatever. So, this is all stuff that happened live a couple days ago. Then, we're getting shit in real time because what ended up happening is Ariana, can we bring the picture back up, please? Ariana finds the video on Tom Sandoval's phone of Raquel masturbating.
Right. Okay.
Ariana immediately
They're cracked. I cracked them.
calls her home, knowing that she's live on this show in New York with Raquel.
Oh shit.
Calls her out, it's like, yo, what the fuck? You're like hell. And she was like, what happened? Ariana says, I need to fucking talk to you. She tells Sheena. Sheena gets so pissed. Ariana, or Raquel, throws it in the street. Throws it against the wall. Alright? So it's like, holy shit. Now Raquel's hiding off camera. Like, she was just like, not showing up anymore. Rob was like, get the fucking camera. We need to fucking figure this shit out. And it's all like happening. You imagine being up for dude, no,
They are running for their lives, trying to get all of the money.
Adam Schefter with like sports like updates from
Andy Cohen's just like this is
comes down to it is then revealed because the audience got involved, the Reddit space. But it is revealed that the Tom that she was actually the other Tom, and the Tom that they told us it was a cover-up. Because the whole time she's been having an affair with Tom Sandoval.
So all the
so
Tom
she was
Ford
never
stuff,
hooking up with Tom Schwartz.
I mean, she is still like semi, but it seems like a fake storyline on TV
where they're both
to
on the
cover
same page.
So the
reality.
producers saw it happening and said we gotta like.
No,
not
this
the
is
producer.
them covering the
Was it as easy as just like changing the name of the cell phone to Tom, from Tom Sandoval to Tom Schwartz, and then we're done?
Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toms. So now are the
Wow.
Toms mad at each other?
No,
No.
they're on the same page.
We haven't heard from Shorts yet. We don't know. He does feel a little betrayed because he
Never
claims
better.
he didn't.
They started a third restaurant called Raquel.
But like, it is the most insane shit. But like, it's all happening and it's fucking crazy. Tom Sandoval had to put out an apology thing because like all the restaurants are just getting like bombarded with like negative reviews and people booing. Literally, people are outside some of the restaurants chanting Ariana, Ariana.
People went to his concert on Friday night, the day that this all exploded, and were chanting Ariana, and he was not happy.
find like other faces. You know?
It's fucking insane, man.
Man, people get invested in these people's lives, man. Like, it's crazy. And the question is, how good is the food at Sword and Sandals? What was it?
Sword and
Ring update for you.
Oh my God.
Shorts and sand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get back to this crazy story in a second. Before that, we're gonna take a word from our sponsors.
Shout out to Shady Rays for sponsoring this episode. Look how cool I look. You too can look this cool. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered. From the
Got
sun
us
to
a
the
care
slopes,
package coming
premium
in.
polarized shades, customizable snow goggles, and so much more. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost and broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair. No questions asked. They'll also provide 10 meals to fight hunger in America with every order and have donated over 20 million meals to date. There's no risk when you shop. The team always has your back. Exclusively for all listeners and watchers right now, Shady Rays is giving out the best deal of the new year. You can go to shadyrays.com and use code 9020 for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. try for yourself. We all know there's nothing better than the feeling of saving money. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best money. When you check out the Honey button of deals, all you have to do is click the live coupon, 35 seconds to see the fun little dance you got. Honey searches for coupons and it finds once. And then you just watch the price drop. We here at Honey Money have been using Honey for years, and it's helped us save thousands on tech, costumes, food, you name it. Honestly, I just love how easy it is to just set, get, Honey doesn't just work desktop, phone, activate it on Safari on your phone to save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you can be straight up missing out. You can get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/kindafunny. That's joinhoney.com/kindafunny.
You're never too old for routine vaccines. Adult shots prevent diseases like pneumonia, shingles, and more. Roll up your sleeve for adult vaccines.
Oh man, that's wild. That is totally wild.
We're sitting here and we're talking to each other in a
The way we don't talk to each other.
exaggerated way, right? It's the same thing. Big memory. But like, you get what I'm saying? Where it's like, yeah, and like the thing is, like, it's, no matter what, there's always going to be storytelling and editing and like whatever. But at the end of the day, like, these are real people's lives. Like, he really did cheat on her. Like, you can't fake that. It's real, and like they're being affected very negatively by it. And like, we don't know how it's going to result, but like, I don't think it goes well. Like, I think people are getting fired. I think it's going to like end.
I don't know if they're gonna. Well, maybe they'll get fired. But yeah, they've already started their spending filming past like the initial this season, and then they're gonna be in 2 weeks. And that's gonna be.
Now the reunion are the reunions. Those are the ones where it's like 30 people on the week, right?
Yeah.
And then those are always the ones that like I come in and I find dinner watching those and I can't. They're difficult to sit. The negative energy. And then it's also that gala and they're just yelling at each other and crying and you're just like, what the vibe of these two things are so off. It's ridiculous. Why? I mean. And they love that like hate. I'm so fast. I want you to bring that. Even though all these two things to be seem interchangeable with one another. Although,
Something that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hell, the girl that's James Rex Beyond.
yeah.
Dated for a very long time Kristen, who is also Tom Sandoval, the cheater, his ex-girlfriend. So it's all just sort of
Who's that person to the right? How do you say that person? Or to the left? Stop. Oh, shot.
Yo,
Jack,
God.
number one guy. Stop being Kristen.
South Africa has still the big issue. Where they all caught up in the same thing. Okay. And then Andy, who's Margaret?
Margaret is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we gotta balance out that with something that's a little more less nuanced, I guess. Can you add a balance?
Yeah, for sure. So this is actually a while back, I think in December, I saw a tweet thread and I started reading it and I got maybe like 2 or 3 tweets down. I'm like, this is fascinating as shit. I was like, I'm going to bring this up in the KF podcast. And then totally forgot, totally blanked. And then today, I just Google searched my own email like for KFP to see what have I not thought of? And boom, this thing came back to me. Can you please bring it up, Kev? It's this really interesting Twitter thread. This is from. Can you scroll up so I can see who the name is? Trung T fan on Twitter said, read a great Reddit thread putting historical dates in perspective. Here are 8 gems. And it's just these random facts that like put dates on things that you just would not.
I just saw one today. This is perfect timing. I'm very excited.
I love this. So the first one is the moon landing was only 66 years after the Wright brothers' first flight from 1903 to 1969. Within a lifetime, humans went from having limited flight tech to traveling about 239,000 miles from Earth. That's
pretty wild.
Pretty damn wild, right?
That's always funny because you think the Wright brothers, like, that was clearly back in 17th century. It's okay. Just full of people wonder why they say I'm the monster. They don't understand that it takes a monster to create a monster.
Look, Nick, Barrett sounds invited to Sword and Derby.
Everyone's gonna look like He-Man. All the servers gonna look like He-Man.
Go to the next.
That's a badass name for the wrestler.
Here's another one. On a related note, Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the construction of the pyramids. In fact, some woolly mammoths still roamed the earth when the pyramids were being built.
That's wild. So the pyramids were 2500 BC, and she lived in 1600 BC.
What the fuck?
But Andy, right? Like this is the one to me where I'm like, damn. Like I'm a dumb kid, did not pay enough attention in history and all that stuff. But like, it's weird that media has just kind of like Cleopatra, pyramids. That's the imagery that you have. So you kind of like connect.
I can't imagine a woolly mammoth being alive while humans are working on a pyramid.
That's just a hairy elephant. No, this is the problem I have with this.
For Nick Scarbina.
Welcome, ask me
Zoologist Nick Scarpino.
It's a hairy elephant. It's one of those things that's wild because people always talk about dinosaurs. And then they quote some ridiculous thing, and I'm like, it can't be right. But Roman planet. Was it that long ago?
Well, yeah, there's always. I think the stat is always like the Triceratops are closer to humans than they were to people.
Yeah. Wild.
You are like a dinosaur.
No.
You know all the time.
Name 5 dinosaurs right now, Andy.
Name 6, and I'll try to pick which one's not real. This is fun for me.
Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Dilontosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, Velociraptor.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the Ford Edge for everyone. With Sync 4A with a 12-inch touchscreen and available enhanced active park assist. It's for America.
Walk it off.
Ford Edge. Drive one today.
Do 2 W2s make a W4?
Hi, I'm April. I know tax season can be a little messy. With Tax Act, you get your maximum refund.
Switch to Tax Act and start for free.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
This first D1 that you said was fake.
You're right.
Damn it,
You're right, bro. You're
Barrett
right.
didn't even have
But
to
see, I
laugh
love
at it
that.
this
I love that because like
I just named Jurassic Park.
But I feel like most people can name 5 dinosaurs. Not, I'd assume that most people can name 5 dinosaurs. But they're gonna say, Andy goes for the fucking like.
I just named the one.
There was one with like a lot of syllables that I was not familiar with.
movie. They're all movies.
How far do you think you could get into the technical names of dinosaurs before you were like, the one with the 3 horns?
Oh, they just 3 names in. Like I do not know this shit.
I don't
But
know
Andy
Yeah,
blows my mind.
The ones that I'm sure somebody will correct us in the comments. But yeah, there's that one fact that I always hear that I think mention is like, I'm not sure it's the exact species, but that I believe it was the Triceratops is closer to humans living than it was to the time that the T-Rex was living, or some of the dinosaurs that you just assume are all
the
together.
dinosaurs are all together.
Yeah, and it was like way later of a gap in time. Always like.
Gordon D with you, 5 minutes. You're talking
I mean, that's where I would start.
so good.
Power Rangers.
Super Toon Touch! Bringing back the thread. A really well person who potentially met Socrates, Confucius, and Buddha.
Whoa.
That's wild.
Huh.
That's wild. So for the audio listeners, Socrates lived from 470 to 399 BCE. Confucius was from 551 to 479 BCE, and Buddha was from 563 to 483 BCE. That is buck wild.
Oh yeah, that's insane.
I just assume these are centuries
Eons away from
apart.
each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Next up, Oxford University is older than Machu Picchu, and it's not even close. Oxford was made in 1096, and Machu Picchu was in 1450.
No way. Machu Picchu was like in 300.
Yeah,
Some shit.
right?
That's crazy.
Crazy. Okay. Next one.
And it's weird, just they're using imagery that just, again, I think of Machu Picchu as some, like, right after Christ. Like I'm talking like the first civilization of people discovering technology, and then Oxford, meanwhile, looks like goddamn Hogwarts. Like,
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
Now I just want to say this because I didn't think about it so much. I did not verify any of this. So people are total fucking bullshit.
People are 100%
But
used
the
to that.
first one, that seems right. The Wright brothers and the moon.
I mean, I can Google that.
So like
That's-
we can figure it out.
Google.
So I'm gonna trust it, but I just want it out there that this is all bullshit.
It would be great if it was all
I
fake.
apologize.
It would be great if it was all fake.
Tim had that moment that I have.
Let's make a fake account and we'll just like
Yeah.
have Tim find Gonna add to it.
The Wright brothers was 1903 was their first flight, moon landing was
The
what?
first person to drink a Gatorade closer to the.
Yeah, 1903 to 1969. That's right. Yeah,
Cool. So we're good. We have the black.
We verified one. We don't have to worry about the rest.
Exactly.
So you probably had that Nick moment where I'm like, did I make all this up? Is any of this real?
I don't know.
Did I hear any of this? That's why I need the Tim app, and I'll explain that later.
Oh,
Oh.
Lord.
Yeah.
The fifth one is Harvard University was founded in 1686, decades before Isaac Newton developed calculus.
God,
In the
lucky people who
1660s.
didn't have to learn calculus in college.
What did they have to learn? Basic math? That would have been awesome back then.
That's so great.
Isn't that a
This,
film studies
this
program?
fucking
back then?
dude developed can you imagine all the
Squads of cocked,
naysayers
fellas.
while this new guy is talking about they're like, get that fucking new math out of here. Get it out of my face.
That's
That-
wild.
I don't like that.
I don't like any of
I
these.
don't want that either. Next one.
Actually traveled to Oregon Trail, 1843 to 1869, when the fax machine was invented in 1843.
Fax machines are that old?
That even makes sense.
Like that's, I did not know the fax machine was like that. Holographic. It's translating. That's probably the most machine I've received.
One of them.
Pretty incredible.
I can't wait till we get to the last two of this thread, and it's gonna be like figure out which one is wrong. But I made
Yeah.
up.
Oh, my God, hell
I was gonna say, Andy, make one up.
And the last one here, while Hannibal was crossing the Alps into the Roman Empire with elephants, the Great Wall of China was in its initial construction phase.
Okay, I buy both those. I don't really know.
Yeah, I feel like the movie is just great costumes.
Yeah.
But I never think about them.
What's the band like?
Today was talking about I remember that
Hate this game.
last execution by guillotine was only in 1977. Outlawed until 1981 in France. Like, for perspective, there were National Lampoon's movies coming out Well, there was medieval-style guillotine execution still happening in France, which is like fucking crazy.
France going hard, dude. Going hard.
Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase, like, I can't be on this movie tour right now. People are getting beheaded.
We're getting fucking beheaded. That's crazy. That actually leads perfectly into a Patreon question we have from Madeline at Mad Exposure. Says, what's a piece of technology, item/software, that you think we'll no longer be using at all in 5 years? Of course, she wrote that in because she's a patron. If you guys want to write in questions too, you can be a patron, and you know how. Patreon.com/.
In 5 years.
5 years from now, what technology that we're currently living with, or software, or something, item, do you think will no longer be around? My prediction: shoes. Well, I'll go the way of Fran. Just with his little foot booties.
I'm not a violent person, but I want to hit you.
Are shoes technology?
Sure. No! Shoes are technology. Sure. You got lace and they have stuff in them.
It was.
What does that mean?
It was
Well, also, why did you say that, Nick? Did you just look at my
What answer?
Can I be 100% honest with you? Yeah. I looked at your shoe about an hour ago when I read that question. But the first thought was, how come Tim doesn't punky blue shirt? He's got all these cool Jordans. How come he doesn't wear one of one color and one of the other color?
I do it. I haven't done that in a long time here. But I in high school, that was my fucking shit.
Dated reference.
I mean, who else wears different colors? Well, don't.
But I feel like the fact
Do not invoke her name.
that I know about Tim as a human being would ever lead me to believe that he would mismatch his Jordan.
Well, that's it. But if the mismatch matched more,
But I
it's
don't.
not a mismatch, it's a more match.
I know, but I still don't think
Tom.
that goes against like
we could land here.
what I know about Tim.
But hear me out here. Imagine vouching for a marriage being down a Call of Duty type, and then one of these is blue,
And then one
of that red.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that type.
I'm gonna say this right now.
They're done. 5 years from 3 years. I think when Madeline asked that question, she was all we're gonna stop eating.
So, I really like this so far. Okay, kind of funny list of technology that won't exist in 5 years. Shoes, vegetables.
It's just stuff we don't want to interact with anymore.
Like maybe kind of funny. You should use dictionaries more often.
I mean, might be another one that's coming.
That's another one, yeah.
3-in-1 shampoo, body wash, conditioner.
We won't be doing that?
I hope we don't.
Man, that's
I don't think we should
Baron
use
has
it
the most
currently.
I think
confused
people-
look on his face right now.
I think people get shamed enough into where like the whole industry is like can't do it. Like we're a joke. The fact that we're still selling.
That's funny. We were talking about it on the Next Gen podcast about addiction. Sell us lies.
In business with big wig.
Man.
He's in toes.
He accused me of being an op today for big wig, which I thought meant operator.
Jordan Sanders.
Turns out in the chat means operative. Boy, I got that one wrong.
Oh my gosh.
I'll throw this out there. I think I want to say TikTok. I want to say that's one that's
First
on it.
blood? Last blood's the thing I care about.
I mean, TikTok, maybe.
Not social media. I'm just saying like TikTok.
Yeah.
We all thought Snapchat was gonna be
I
around for
get
a while. I'm sure
going
it still
solo,
Yeah.
but we should
is. I guess it
regroup.
still is.
TikTok will be
Betters my
around in
chances.
5 years.
Think 5 years.
And I think there's a bit more of a question.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's still getting started. It hasn't hit the peak yet.
Do you think Twitter nukes itself in 3 years? That's
That-
like, he's
Twitter,
like,
that's-
Tim's like, don't bring that in.
No, it's
into
not.
this
I
podcast.
just don't. And literally, will it last 5 years? Maybe. Will it last 5 minutes? Maybe. We just don't know.
Yeah.
What? I always wonder, like, when you think about all of these social media sites that have been through, kind of got phased out, right? Will Google ever get phased out? Will there ever be a new type of thing that eventually in 20 years we're like, will that ever happen? Or is it
Now. I feel like it is the thing. It's like
too big to fail sort of thing?
I think so. I think it's just utility at this point. You know, like itchiness could get phased into something else. But if anything, it'll just get rolled into something else and called something different.
Yeah, I think that its function will always have to exist in some sense, and I think that it's similar to growing up. Like your mom would be like, "Oh, he's playing the Nintendo," even if I was playing a PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
But when MySpace was blowing up, and it was kind of MySpace was really the first major social media platform in the sense of communities and profiles mattering, and adding friends and like the vanity of it all. And then that kind of walked so that Facebook would run. And like Facebook is gone now, but it's not gone at all. You know, it's like we don't use it, but millions of people do. But I do think we're finally at a point that it's not on the skyrocket upside. So every day.
Let's find a good perch.
Yeah, it checks out for your age.
I don't even know what to take. Yeah.
I need a standard stop.
I use Facebook Messenger so much, and I don't know
Facebook
why.
Messenger is
I don't know.
atrocious.
So here are the two message platforms that for whatever reason pick up each other.
I wonder why.
Facebook Messenger and Instagram.
Remember who hooked you up?
And Instagram DMs
Shield
are
battery here.
just so garbage. It's so hard to use. Facebook Messenger is not like better, but they care.
Aren't they kind of the same?
It's the same
UI
company,
wise?
and sometimes you send a Facebook message to someone and they get it on their Instagram. But I don't understand how that works either. It's all weird.
I don't like it.
I went back when you me on Twitter. What's that?
Shim asked a great question. I think like if we were making our top 8, MySpace top 8 back in the day, we put like the top 8 friends, or like 7 friends in a band, or like
Mike,
band,
some of
whatever.
my cousins.
I put some like Mike, Tim, Joe, Greg,
A couple more options there you can have.
Kevin, Barrett,
Okay.
Roger.
Oh,
Rod.
Raj, you've known him for 6 months.
Cougar?
Les.
Cougar probably wouldn't have it.
I've seen you talk about
Why
him
not?
Let me
one
remove
time last.
Greg and I'll put Lulu in there.
You're gonna put a dog in over me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's her.
That's
Do
Okay. But Lulu, guys, Lulu ever bought you milk and cookies?
you have
Back when Fred was like Mike still came in got you at Memphis, knocked on your door, and you had to walk you over the place to get
That's so good. I think I'm that set. Yeah.
That's it, final list?
Yeah.
Great.
If I remove
Rahul. Forgot about Rahul.
If I remove if I remove Roger for any reason, or I put like Rahul there, or
Rahul, you met him in person one time.
maybe Hot Cheetos the brand.
You're gonna put
Oh,
a
Chester
snack
Cheeto.
food.
You know Chester Cheeto has one.
Hot Cheetos brand.
You people think Andy's lying about these things, but sometimes I'll text him like, "You want to hang out today?" And I'll say the ... and then nothing. That's it. And I know I deserve it. But it still hurts. It still hurts.
Remember when we were like in the Slack one time, Nick, and we were like, we proposed as a question to Tim. I forgot what. We just saw like Tim goes and typing, and we were like, and it just kept on time. We're like, he's still typing.
He's still going.
It's gonna be.
Fucking love it. Tim scares us.
You know, I think about this even just from different points of view, just like how far we've come with technology and like how rapid it's all been. Like again, it's been years at this point, but during the beginning of the pandemic, I think it must be we did an episode where we watched.
Thank you.
And it was so cool to see. Like I highly recommend you guys go check it out. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube. But it was Steve Jobs.
Threw grenades in there.
Today we're gonna talk about what if I told you it's all the same price? And it's just like, holy shit. And now, like,
50 flash.
so much.
New team behind us.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's kind of my point too. Is like, we're so advanced in smartphones that just like the baseline smartphone, even if it's years old at this point, and the ability they had to do all this stuff is so impressive. Where back in 2000, I remember being in 2000, wanting to watch the Romeo and Juliet movie from Bosler.
Fuck
So
yeah,
good.
dude.
And there was no way to get it. I didn't have a copy of it. And I was trying to find it. It was so hard to track down. Eventually I found a copy of something ripped off of VHS and it was all the shit.
Remember who hooked
Thinking
you up?
about that now,
I've
it's
got
like,
your back.
I could, if I saw it once in 1992 on a local channel, I could find it within 10 seconds just by YouTube. Like, the amount of do have and have the ability to get to at any moment like, has happened so
I'm rotating out, Bean.
that, like, I grew up with the internet, with YouTube and all this stuff, and message boards, forums, like all that shit. Like I was chronically online I'm like part of the first group of people who did that. And for now, that's just the standard of people is just like the way that online and memes and like all that shit is just like reality now is it's kind of baffling.
It's kind of like when we talked about the whole idea of
Another team to our left here. Right next to us, right next to us.
like my dad will get off his fucking phone watching Instagram reels and TikTok. Like he just like he's on it all the goddamn time. How that has shifted into the older generation. Nick, you can
didn't have those.
How hard Joey laughed. That was what really hurt.
But like, so I've always read for the hip-hop board on GameFAQs. So it's like a video game forum, but that's how I found out the music. Like all that stuff was so core to who I ever. Period. Now, every day she's like looking through Instagram, not looking stuff.
Well, like the YouTube, like
45
Reddit.
seconds and it's a long
Reddit
shot.
is
Being
what
so
Reddit is.
accessible, yeah. Of like, oh, we used to have like all of these individual niche forms, and now they're all just combined into one site. You can kind of get all of them.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I miss a lot of the formation, and so I don't have the addiction to a lot of the things that are useful. I just have addiction to like dumb shit, like BuzzFeed lists, where it's like
Dick still looks at BuzzFeed. Told me this a couple days ago. Every day.
I look at the list, and every day, guys, I'm gonna be the most real I've ever fucking been in my entire life. I look at, I'm gonna say it.
You've been so real.
I'm gonna say it. The title of these things makes me want to throw up, because it's always 31 tweaks that are so funny you're gonna fucking die. And I'm like, I don't think these are gonna be that funny. How dare this writer? Hyperbole to tell me how funny these tweets are gonna be. Tim by tweet. They give me every single time. Yeah. I want to share them with you. I stop myself.
Nick, do you still use like Garmin GPS unit?
No, but I still have the thing in my car.
What a sweet bird.
No,
Because that was gonna be my next thing. That I like.
Oh man, the GPS.
A device like that, like they're still specialized, right? Like people still seek them out, and they are definitely not something that you're going to be seeing flying off the shelves anymore. And they haven't been for several years now because of cell phones.
Real quick, Andy, I need to stop you because Omega Buster in the chat says he uses Tom. That's not the greatest fucking Back to you, Andy.
End the podcast. No, yeah, like I wonder like when the last one will be sold, or will it ever be sold? Because like, do they still sell PDA?
Like the little
Like the old type thing. Is there a
They always come
drop me condo in the chat.
I wonder for things like farming too, if they still exist, but they've just been rebranded. They're now marketed to like more of like hikers and
That's my thing. Is like 10 years ago, I would have swore that like everything would be gone. I would have like bookstores. They're gonna be gone. There's no fucking way we have bookstores anymore. And we still have bookstores. They're small. They're niche. I mean, we do. Still, you know, I was in one over.
The thing is, like, we have bookstores. Like, in the same way that like video stores. Like there's probably more video rental places than bookstores in San Francisco.
You think?
It's such a weird niche, like enthusiast thing. Do we have video rental places? Yeah, all those weird, like, not mom.
Oh, there used to be one on old copy.
Still rent stuff from Alamo Draft House?
Yeah,
You might be able
those
to.
things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like
Rings nearby.
bookstores. I mean, I'm not saying there's no bookstores. There's Green Apple. There's
Books Inc.
City
or
Light.
whatever
Yeah,
it is.
there's Books Inc., which is like hanging on by a fucking thread. You know, but like Borders and Barnes and Noble. Like there's no more in SF.
I guess the
I think the one in Corte Madera is still.
Yeah, the Tamparan one's leaving too.
But I'm also thinking about like the smaller places, like the more local spots.
The one in West Portal.
Yeah, I feel like in every neighborhood, I feel like I at least see one small bookstore.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where obviously like bookstores are not gonna continue to decline, especially as everyone has rightfully probably should have a Kindle. I love them, but it's also one of those things where like movie theaters are another one of those that if you'd asked me 10, 15 years ago, but then it's just because I didn't know how cool Tom Cruise was.
That's a really good point.
You underestimated.
Everyone did.
The crew's missing.
The cruise control.
I will say the one thing that I think they haven't figured out a way to digitize yet is driver's license and ID.
They're working on it.
I know, but I'm surprised that it's not like figured
Everywhere,
out.
like
Yeah.
Wait,
requirement.
What? I'm sorry. In what regard?
And like the fact that like I still have to carry a physical driver's license.
I see.
That they're
The
fixing.
Apple Wallet shit,
Yeah.
where it's like I have everything on my phone.
That's the question. I mean, the question is when they start chipping us, then they'll be able to.
Yeah.
When you have a chip and you just.
You saw that one?
I'm surprised Kevin hasn't done that. Does it shock anyone else that Kevin does not have a single cybernetic part in him?
I'm shocked.
You wouldn't know. I am surprised too, but I also just think that that's not a thing.
Yes. But the second it is Kevin, for sure.
It is, but it is very like.
But real stuff.
Do you like? Give me a year, Tim. Your earliest estimation, because I think you follow this stuff maybe a little bit. But just like automated electric vehicles.
I hit the skinny one for 80.
The biggest thing is the commercial stuff working, and like Tesla is ahead of the curve on a lot of this stuff in terms of like,
Bang for 70.
The video of the two old men in the electric vehicle. I was like the woman in the passenger seat is taking like her grandparent or grandfather or like two old dudes. One of them who didn't sound like he was dead, but they were like both in the vehicle and it started
Are you kidding me?
There's still a team behind us too.
watching this car.
They just rezzed over here actually.
turn on its own.
Yeah. 1948, right? So for your entire life, they've always used it. And all of a sudden you get in the car and it doesn't need a driver. I mean, I saw one of those Whammo cars driving itself with no one inside of it, and it freaked me out. I was like, back for a second.
And even more.
Yeah.
It's freaky as shit. Yeah.
There's like a solo bang out there. I was trying to get her.
Where they be able to drive on the road. Instead of being on the road, they kind of like test and just drive around.
It's gonna be fascinating to see what that's technology that's going to like really disrupt life.
I mean, the biggest thing with it is like the responsibility of it, and who gets in trouble when something goes wrong. Because like the reality is, like more people are getting crashes than these auto games would, but people can be responsible for a car crash. Otherwise, car people are responsible. So like, they're not going to want to take on that liability. So I think that that's the biggest thing about it, perhaps, where it's actually be a mainstream thing that's actually working. If it even ends up happening. Because like at the end of the day, like people are going to lobby to not let that happen because it's going to affect so many different infrastructures. Like,
well, I mean, the trucking industry in general is like, if it gets to the local market, you get it trucking like that, automated. You're putting a lot of people. About Ubers and bus drivers, literally taxi drivers. I mean, it's completely wild. That's why I have one that I feel like is the story of this problem. A long time ago, there was a movie that came out called Superlight. Before we called it an automated cab called Johnny. It looked like a marionette, had like this line like, I'm Johnny Cab. Kevin is like a month, Kevin is a cab cat. Say it's automated, but instead every once in a while, you're like, wait, is that real? You just program that. About what the parking or the summoning your car. It's absolutely, I would like to. Stuff like parallel parking, things like that, where like, just, I don't have to worry about these things. These are like my mistakes. I enjoy it. I will say
There's still one down there on that thing. Yeah, I'm moving in.
I'm gonna have to, like, it's like I didn't get an iPhone for the first like 4 generations of iPhone. I think it's gonna be like 4 or 5 years after those cars are legalized before I'll like their car salesman, and they keep going, we'll do $400 for it. And the next time, like, please, $425. I'm holding out for the $500 to continue. Why are you like like they want the railroad to get there? Like, we want your fucking house, and you're like, no, I'm holding out. I'm holding out.
GG.
Honestly, I have absolutely, there's zero reason why I don't get a new iPhone, other than just the inconvenience of going down there and picking it up.
You don't
That's
even have
pretty
to
much
do that
it.
though.
I know.
they've made.
I
It's
know.
unbelievable how easy they've made it to get.
Oh,
a new phone.
I don't.
You
doubt
don't
it.
need to leave your house. They mail you the thing. You open the thing. You don't even need to turn your phone off. You just put it in, send it back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
but I get it.
got to do it.
I get it. You're.
But then I'm like, then I gotta go. Tim, when do I get it? Because now it's
I
like,
mean, there's
it's
an
too
easy
close,
answer.
right?
No, just wait. Yeah, wait till October. Get the new
October.
one.
Done. I'll get it in October. Scout's on it.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Smarmy.
Someone remind us in October.
Somebody text me in October, tell me to wait till the next October. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been your Kind of Funny podcast for this week. This was a good one, and I can't wait to see how many of you clicked on Tim Explains All the Drama for Vanderpump Rules or whatever it's going to be. This has been awesome, guys. Remember, please go out there and support us on Patreon. It means a lot. It helps keep the light.
Watch out. I'll eat you alive. We're up.
Introducing your champion.
Taking orders for after the game, fellas. We talking what? 60 steaks?
Well then, why don't we land there?
I hope, for your sake, that wasn't supposed to impress me.
Not bad.
Would you like a
a kiss to make it better? Dream on. A lady never kills and tells. Oh, a shooting star!
First blood. That's one way to find out. Recharging shield. Ring closes in 1 minute. Take the weight off. You'll fit or die.
Prepare to line your pockets. My ultimate's ready. Let's do some shopping. The ring's so far. Nice choice. You got good taste. My favorite kind of
Knocked one here. One of them splashed, so I think it's the Pathy. They rezzed. I hit that one for 45. What are we doing? Like, no, it doesn't matter anymore.
extra treasures here. Heat shield here. My ultimate's charged and ready to go. Shops open for VIPs only. Don't mind if I do. Nice choice. You've got good taste.
Barrel stabilizer here, level 2.
I can make use of that. I see an enemy over there. Target there.
And half in the bag.
Crack the Wraith that's over here.
Anyone got a heat shield? Thank you.
Knocked him. Did the bang get away? Good.
The path he did.
Don't spook them.
There's people here.
light mag here. Level 3.
Extra munition. Extended heavy mag here. Level 2. Optics here. Mid-range.
That's mine.
I bloody want it. Nothing kills quite nothing shotty.
Attention. First blood.
First blood. The cycle has begun. I have a subject in view. Far off.
A minute till the ring closes, and it's a walk. A long walk, too. There's the affiliate. Old one's dead or slacking off. Champion's out. Champion of what? Ring's far with 45 seconds to go.
Smell a rotten egg over there.
Enemy spotted. Far.
Opening fire on our prey. Take him down. Suck at it. Recharging shield.
Give a thing. Recharge the shield. Reload it.
Medical aid. We need shields.
Can you throw traps in here or something?
Care package.
Enemy spotted. Crack the subject.
Next time, lay some traps inside. The fuck? Like, that would have been so easy. It was so... I'll be right back. I caught.
Legitimately has backwards ranking elo system. Another factor driving your SRE is the hidden skill value of tracking play that we're pulling in. What is this? Exchange. That is a it's like a subscription. Discounts. Can't afford it. So it doesn't make sense. You can do TV. Cancel that shit. It doesn't make sense. Or just have her pay for it. I don't know. My game's edition. What do you mean? It's 6. Is this like a timeshare? Similar. Dude, how do you get folks out of this? Yeah. That's a lot of money on a monthly basis. Yeah. It's a 20-year membership. Oh. We use it so far. We have used it. We've got a few vacations. It's not free. It's not free now. When I was looking at the locked into this on a monthly basis, 3 years. What is this global exchange? That is a GEC sense for exchange.
Girls, guys, I'm not you guys. I think
You got me in touch. Why? I didn't have like a good trip. I didn't have a good trip on the way. Let me know. Let me know why I was walking around saying I figured that out. Figured it all out. A lot of things happen when you were a kid. So because of that kid perspective, it's so huge in the person. And they're like mountains in your head. And when you finally cross the line, it's like stepping up on a curb. It wasn't like I've also learned too, like your idea of your childhood and the adults in your life, their idea of your childhood, neither one of them is somewhere in the middle. Yeah. Where you were putting so much on it because your home life, that was your whole universe. And then they're out there working whatever, sure, said whatever, struggling, they do. For them, it's such a smaller thing. That's why kids front. So I never did that, never remember it. Sure. Not in a mean way. So, and now, one of my parents remembering what, like my daughter, she didn't want to wear it, and my wife, fine. I said, like, that's. You feel like, yeah, that's. I think about that. That's about what you put a lot on. How you now with my own problem. No. From mom, but.
Just don't touch my things.
I don't like killing. I understand the conflict and...
This is your champion.
Losing isn't fun. That's why I don't do it.
little. I'll break it in, no problem. I need an extended light mag.
Found a little something extra.
Evo shield here, level 2.
Open up shop and shut them down. Thank you.
Don't mind if I do. Extended light magazine here, level 2. Nice choice. You got good taste.
Thank you. Your package incoming. Yellow members. Watch your backs.
Picked up the enemy scent. Mark them on your map.
And it's like he starts rapping, and I'm like, I remember listening to that for the first time as a kid, being like, this is the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like, this is the greatest song of all time. Yeah, like, this is the greatest hip-hop song ever. Better than Dead Presidents 2. It did. It for real did.
You gotta love it. And you know what else you gotta love? Kind of Funny Games Daily. It's each and every weekday live right here on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames and twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. We come at you with all the video game news that you need to know. And hey, if you can't watch live, guess what? We'll be here for you later. That's what VODs are for. You know what VOD stands for, what?
Video on demand.
That's exactly freaking right. And you can get your shit on demand. If you want to get it as a podcast, search your favorite podcast service for Kind of Funny Games Daily. We'll be right there for you. If you want to get the show ad-free, though, and blessed, if they want us to have the bonus content, where do they need to go?
They need to go to kindoffunny.com/Patreon or patreon.com/kindoffunny.
Either way will work.
You see how
because we got it like that. We got it like that, y'all. You get all the bonus content. You get the show ad-free, and you could also be a Patreon producer, just like Delaney Twining and Tripod Plus. Done. We appreciate y'all so very, very much. Today's stories include Fortnite's new season, a new studio from Riot executives, and more. Remember, if you don't have a bunch of toss our way, that's totally cool. When you're out there, use our code Kind of Funny, it will be right there for you.
Let me tell you, I looked up. So the name of the album that I had, right, is the Yu-Gi-Oh soundtrack. It's called Yu-Gi-Oh Music to Duel By. And I'm reading through the track list, and this track list, the name of these songs are fucking fantastic, right? You got track number 1, Millennium Battle. It's the most Yu-Gi-Oh thing you can think of. Song number 2, Heart of the Card.
Heart of the Card, man. You gotta believe in the heart of the card.
You gotta believe in the heart of the card.
I was a Joey.
Of course, Kunai with Chain. Like, I was like, I love Joey. Oh my god. Man, what was your favorite card? What's your favorite monster card?
I was everyone calls me Blue Eyes White Boy in school. So, you know, I'm partial to that for sure. But Joey had the red one, so that always put me in a weird, awkward place. But
wait, were you? Oh, because that was his. Yeah, I see that. So did you ever? Because Red Eyes Black Dragon was dope as hell.
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
But you also have on the Dark Magician shirt.
I do. Dark Magician was his favorite, but like this shirt goes with these shoes really well. So you know, that's the type of. Rebo blew my mind. So I was like, that's my card.
Oh yeah, the one where he multiplied all the Karibo and then like.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Like, this shit's not like kosher. You can't do this shit in the game.
That's not legal.
No, that shit ain't legal. But I will say it's not a monster card. But my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card was always. And I would fuck motherfuckers up with that strategy. They probably did.
Yeah.
They probably
got too powerful.
Regeki.
Directly
attack their shit, man.
Swords were revealing, right? Light was crazy too.
Yeah. Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh, man. They had the stuff.
Shout out to Obelisk the Tormentor.
Okay.
When they started using the die cards, that was like season 2. That shit got insane.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Beaver Warrior was always a favorite of mine. I like when silly little animals are wearing armor. What
I like
can
the Toon World cards. When he like had Blue Eyes, and it was Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, and he looked all goofy, but he was still Blue Eyes. I thought that was cool as hell. That was like one of the cool cards that I had growing up. But then a kid stole it on the bus.
No.
Never let kids borrow your cards.
Take him down.
That's a bad idea, especially on the bus, because you'll never see that kid ever again.
That is true. You ever played any Yu-Gi-Oh games, Bless?
Oh, tip. Yes. I played Yu-Gi-Oh. What's it called? Dark Duel Stories for the Game Boy. I had that one. I had Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses for PS2.
That was excellent.
One of the best soundtracks. Like,
yeah, that was great. And then there's the mobile one that's out now. That's just like they're just like, yo, here's the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, I talked about this like last year where I got hella into dueling, like more casual version of Yu-Gi-Oh. And it's like I believe it's like 3 cards on the field at once. Like you're drawing lots of cards. It's a really inaccessible way to play Yu-Gi-Oh. But I know a lot of people play like there's like the full-fledged Yu-Gi-Oh games that are available. Yeah, on there's like I feel like there's multiple Yu-Gi-Oh games that come out every single year. Because I remember playing on Game Boy Advance. There were like the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament games that are like official rules.
Yeah.
And I got into that for a time.
I could never get too into like the ones that you got to get the full pictures and build the decks and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the closest I got was Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy, which was excellent. Where that was an RPG to itself, going through all the stuff. You know, so the Pokemon trading card game classic that Pokemon was in, where essentially now that we have more information, it's just that have a bunch of Pokemon cards that you're supposed to just be able to play with your friends. So I want that. And then me and you. Just fucking play with Yu-Gi-Oh.
See, that's what I was because that's my thought on Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh got too advanced. They started introducing way more rules.
What was it, 5X or whatever?
Yeah, XCs and like weird shit. Give me season 1, season 2. Sacrifice 2 cards to some blue eyes. You know, I don't think that's like, has anybody ever drawn the 5 pieces of Exodia to win a match? Is that even legal?
I doubt they're legal in like real tournament play. There has to be some shit against that, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, this is kind of funny, really. But before we even get into the news stories, you put in a little reader mail here.
I did.
What our appetites? Start
Spice things up.
Get things going on. You can only play games with 3 different companies for the rest of your life. What companies would you choose? I hope you have the best day. Example: Square Enix, Sony Santa Monica, and Naughty Dog.
So I don't like this example. Because you list 2 developers or 3 studios and then a publisher. Which
and I feel like
changes that changes.
We gotta make it devs.
I agree.
For our answer.
Yeah.
Because also so like Nintendo.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Well. Okay, so we're counting Nintendo as a publisher.
Yeah.
And so we're okay.
Yeah, clearly.
I don't know the Nintendo teams like that. Like, which one makes...
I mean, I can help you out there to the best of my ability. If you just name the games, and then we can go up from there. Because the problem with this is we can't just assume that we choose the 3 and that their output is going to be different than what it currently is. The rules need to be, the outputs are what they normally would put out, the cadence that they would put things out.
So if you're choosing Naughty Dog, you're playing like 1 game a decade, basically.
Yeah, so that's rough, man.
That makes it difficult because my first answer was gonna be Nintendo because like I know they're a publisher, but I view them as a dev, and so like, what's the Nintendo team that puts out like the most, I guess, in terms of cadence?
I mean, the one that I would put on the most in terms of cadence. I mean, you don't want
the Kirby
from
team?
like next level, which would be like the sports games and things like that. I would go Nintendo EAD. Is like the easy answer for me. That's the Mario games. Like that, those are the big dogs. Am I gonna only get a couple a decade? Yeah, but those are the type of games that.
Are they the ones that?
No. That's different. But
it's a tough question.
It is tough, man.
I would pick the Zelda.
I go Mario team.
I think I might lead off with Insomniac.
I think Insomniac is an easy answer that they've created.
They're consistent. I know I'm probably gonna get an Insomniac game once every 2 to 3 years at this point. I know I'm gonna like those games. I know that I feel like if I saw somebody else playing Spider-Man or Wolverine and I don't have access to it, I'm just with me where I'm looking out the window and having fun around New York, and I'm like, yeah, I wish I was close more.
Yeah, and there's the quality and quantity aspect they have going on, where there's also Ratchet. There's also who knows what else they're working on. Like I feel like Insomniac is a very solid bet. Naughty Dog and Sony Santa Monica they're up there for my 3rd pick. I just don't know where I'd land, and at the end of the day, I might have to.
Oh, interesting.
I might have to.
I mean, that's good in terms of like the amount of games they put out, and that's also like
the amount of things to do.
Yeah, the amount of things to do. Yeah, like I mean, we like Pokemon here, and so I think that's good. I can see that.
Yeah. Just speaking of my tastes, if I'm being honest with myself,
I think that opens you up to Apex if I want a multiplayer battle royale. Then it's heavily I can put in like the team deathmatch alongside the battle royale. I can expect that maybe they last point that we took it away. So I'm getting an evolving Jedi survivors of the world, and then also whatever other games they put out. I think Respawn is safe in terms of output, and then always have
that, although this is very if I could only games from 3 people, I might have to go with Epic. and just get super into Fortnite. Because I believe that Fortnite will be around for a very long time and deliver
something to do.
Yeah, and so I was like, boom, I'll be the Fortnite tip.
I think my other answer might be From Software. I looked through my list of like one of my favorite games, right? And like I think in terms of balance of I know I can expect something from them consistently, and I know I'm getting what could very well be a 10 out of 10 masterpiece from them. Yeah, I see From Software as that studio, right? Like I'm looking at what every 3 years or so, you know, they put out in the last few years. We got both Elden Ring and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice in 2019, and then before only a few years before that, they put out Dark Souls 3, and then like what a few years before that, Bloodborne. Like that is a fucking crazy ass output. Let alone. I keep wanting to say Pacific Rim whenever I think of the game. Armored Core. I don't know why Pacific Rim comes to mind. Armored Core announced for this year. Like, yeah, that's a pretty good output. So I think those are my 3 studios. Since Don actually bought From Software.
You know, output. I just thought about like the games that I actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm weighing my options here. Am I gonna go Fortnite, Tim, or unless you're kind of selling me?
Yeah.
I'm going From Software.
Oh.
It's like
you have to find that.
I just never did. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. I'm going through them all. Because From Software, right? Elden Ring, I played 100 hours of Elden Ring. There's still a lot. Means I might not get to play the modern version of Demon Souls by Bluepoint technically, but I'll go back and play the old one.
Yeah.
I'll fish out a PS3. Like, why not?
Bluepoint's a good answer.
Bluepoint is also a
you know what I mean?
great answer,
Because we're pretty much guaranteed that they're only if they keep remaking, they're only gonna remake bangers. So you're just always gonna get
it's like a greatest hits.
The oldest, latest, greatest banger.
That's a great answer. I feel confident.
This is a good question. So Stretch Terrible says, Tim, what about Square Enix? Square Enix is a publisher. Like I feel like if you go publishers, this is like
you have a team from Square Enix though.
Creative business unit 6.5.
I don't at this point. Definitely not.
Actually, OMG in chat says the FF team, but there's multiple FF teams in the thing, right? You have Creative Business Unit 69 that's working on Final Fantasy 16, and that did do 14. Was that the Forspoken team? That is now just Square Enix.
Complicated stuff.
So what's your final?
My final 3, I'm gonna go EAG, the Mario team for Nintendo. Being real, EAG, Insomniac.
From Software. I think honestly, I don't think anything better.
I'd be very bummed. I'd be missing that dog. Tony Santa
Sacrifice for Pokemon every 2 years.
Yeah.
A crazy person.
Yeah. Let's get into this. Let's do some housekeeping real quick. This Friday is March 10th. It's Mario Day, everybody. Our very own Blessing at AOE Jr. teaming up with Retro Queen I bring you a Super Mario celebration Twitch style. Y'all can come together on Friday, March 10th. Twitch. It's going to be on the main Twitch channel, y'all. On 11 a.m. It's Mario. It's Blessing. You're going to want to be there. We're brought to you by Shady Rays and Honey, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's get into what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. 6 stories today. Story number 1. Fortnite, Chapter 4, Season 2, release date confirmed. This comes from Victoria Kennedy at Eurogamer. After rumor upon leak, Fortnite has finally confirmed Chapter 4 Season 2 will kick off this Friday, the 10th of March.
Of course. I try to change it the way you name it in Europe, they just throw all.
Throw it all out
10th
there.
March, 9th September.
I also like that they call this the Chapter 4 Season 2, and it's rumored to be the Attack on Titan season. And it makes a lot of sense that they would just like add on, like, you know, part 10 of the finale of this series. In a brief tweet, the team shared that this new season will be dubbed Mega, all caps, and teased it has all been made with precision. As well as these little tidbits, there was also a company likely named The current Fortnite season is due to come to an end tomorrow, Wednesday, March 8th. The game's official Twitter account has stated it plans to go into downtime for Fortnite Mega Chapter 4 Season 2. Jesus Christ. On March 10th at 2 a.m. Eastern. I can't be mad because what else? Like, you just hit a point where things have to be complicated just because it's complicated. We always make fun of like the charts that we see, right? Of like, if you buy this, if you get the DLC, if you get the battle pass, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, hey, this is what it is.
Is this why Mega Upload had to go down? Are they the ones?
They're the ones. They're the ones.
Like, one day we're going to have a Fortnite season that we're going to call Fortnite Mega. We can't let people download albums.
God, all right, Mega Upload.
Mega Upload.
That was a moment. This is the first time that Fortnite's had a name, right?
Oh, I don't know. Barrett, you played probably more Fortnite than I have, or either of us. Does that sound right?
No,
Okay.
Yeah, now that you mention it, though, like, that's not a thing that I necessarily associate with Fortnite.
They're all names. I don't know what I'm talking about. There you go. Hey, from software Tim, not Fortnite Tim. I don't know what to tell you, okay? Don't know what to tell you here. But yeah, Fortnite Mega Chapter 4 Season 2, it's coming. Do you think that this could be an exciting thing for people?
I mean, yeah. Like, I feel like usually there's some sort of tie-in to get people hyped, right? And maybe we're still waiting for the tie-in.
They're bringing the Thunder.
I mean, they are bringing Thunder, who I assume was the fish guy and the chef. Was that Thunder? Was that supposed to be Thunder?
There's no way that.
Hey man, listen, I'm not.
Can you bring him up?
I think that might have been Thunder. But I think it depends on what that event is. I think it's the event you go, whoa, they got the RZA. Like the RZA's out here. He's dying. You gotta take him out, right? Like what's gonna be? I was trying to That's usually how it happens, right? Where they announce the new season, we get the big example trailer, and it is, oh shit, it's here. Oh shit, the Rugrats. Oh shit, it's the RZA. Like, I think it's gonna be that trailer that's gonna be the thing that makes people go, oh okay, and then also how do they fucking redefine the island this time?
When are the Rugrats coming to Fortnite?
When are the Rugrats? I guess technically you don't want to give babies guns. Maybe that's the thing.
That's just a technicality, though.
Yeah, you think so? You think we let that slide? You see Tommy Pickles out there with
by 2030, we're going to see Tommy Pickles and Mario both with guns. All right.
Somebody in chat says all grown up, which is how you would get around that.
That is how you get around it.
Still like middle
12-year-olds with guns. It's a totally different thing.
No,
I guess they gave Naruto. So.
Yeah, like I feel like here's the thing: when you see somebody, you see a baby die.
Aren't right?
Like,
are there Uzis? Like,
yeah.
called Uzis?
I don't know if they're called Uzis,
like,
but there's definitely Uzis in there, and they're giving, but like they're also giving them Superman and fucking like Batman and people who don't use guns, right? Like we've already Naruto's running around with guns. We've already broken that idea that like the guns are inappropriate. I do think that giving them to babies is like, I think that's a line that like, hey, maybe one day we cross it. Maybe one again.
Let's cross it.
This is America.
Someone did throw out the chat.
Oh, that's fire.
Reptile was gun totally cool. You know, everyone's fine. Baby gun, all of a sudden it's a problem. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm all about that.
I'm very casually into Fortnite, but I get more excited to see the reactions to people participating in the events than like I get.
Birdie Cooper says, I don't want a headshot Chuck Pinster. And that's the difference between him and others.
Between Chuck Pinster and other characters?
Between this man and other people.
Oh, do you think people out there want a headshot Chuck Pinster? That's fucked up.
You talked to Andy recently?
That's fucked up.
I think we need
It's
to move
fucked
on
up.
from this conversation.
Yeah, I don't have much. We've talked about first person mode. That'll be like the fun, exciting gimmick of this season, which could be cool. It's funny because like I rarely play games with battle passes, or if I do play them, I don't participate in the battle pass season type stuff. But Marvel Snap, still on it. Been playing. Last night a new season just started, and they're monthly, so every month like a new season rolls over. And I would say that out of the 6 that we've done, like only 2 of them have been interesting to me. Of like, oh, I actually want all these things. The others have just been like, okay, I guess we're doing this. Not really like the Savage Lands, not my favorite part of all that stuff, but I'll do it. I'll have fun. And it's been keeping me adding more things just to add more, which is cool. But last night we got Days of Future Past with a dope Wolverine variant. And I'm like, you know what? I like this one. So I hope that Mega Chapter 4 Season 2 is someone else's Days of Future Past.
I can't wait to see the Twitter reaction, because there's always some, like, as soon as the events hit, right, I check Twitter and people are like, whoa, shit, look at the RZA is fucking here and he's saving the day. I can't wait to see what the reaction is to whatever the event is. And then hopefully there being something in there, like when they added Dragon Ball for Fortnite's always cool. Killing the game, a thing where I look through the hashtag, people are like, oh shit, like, oh, it's happening. Okay, it's gonna be happening. Yeah, like shout out to Fortnite. I'm also excited to see like what the next big step or innovation Fortnite makes is.
I mean, I feel like that would be a big game changer.
Yeah, but like something that's influential, like across the board, because I think Fortnite does do 2 things very excellently. They take other mechanics from other games and like it takes them in a way that's like, whoa, okay, now this is a core feature that everybody loves, right? Like Fortnite, literally the battle royale mode forget exactly. Battle Royale, Radical Heights. Yeah, Radical Heights. Fortnite is very good at seeing inspiration, taking it, and then building it as core of its game. The other thing Fortnite is very good at is defining what games as a service / Battle Royale, Battle Pass games look like, you know, going into the future. I feel like with every big innovation we see from Fortnite, we see that ripple onto other games. And so, like, I guess my thing is I'm curious to see what that next thing is. Like, what is the next thing that we can do, like, multiverses or whatever other Battle Royale, or not Battle Royale, but like a lot of games look at and go, all right, we need to now take this to Fortnite too.
Guns. Story number 2, former Riot execs form a new studio. This comes from Ryan Dinsdale. And former Riot Games executives have launched a new studio called Believer to create a next-generation open-world game based on an original IP. The Believer company's leadership team includes former Riot Games Vice President Michael Chow as CTO and former executive producer of League of Legends and Riot co-founder Steven Snow as Chief Product Officer. Believer has secured $55 million in funding to build its next development team and first project, which it promised to be a, quote, next-generation open-world game anchored by an original IP with stories where player choices matter and gameplay systems that bring players together rather than pushing them apart. Video games. The company's motto, Credo in Lugos, means I believe in games, which Believer said shows its dedication to video game development as a lifelong passion and not just a business venture. It appears dedicated to bringing its new IP to life beyond games as well. However, a strategic partner, Michael D. Eisner, can't stop Michael Eisner, there's no way, said Believer understands that great content franchises are not built in a single title. Although, is it Michael Eisner? That sounds like a Michael Eisner thing to say. Quote, they need to resonate with their adding that their vision is brought to life across the world.
Michael Eisner?
Hold on. Is Michael Eisner...
I had to Google it. I was like, wait, is Michael Eisner?
What's his middle name? Michael motherfucking Eisner's middle name is Damn Man.
Derek? Oh.
D-A-M-M-A-N-N.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Is this Michael Eisner also 6'3"? As a stated in Wikipedia for Michael Eisner? Disney's Michael Eisner?
His Wikipedia doesn't say anything. What the hell? This is interesting. I think it's him.
Named after his uncle. I guess that happens, but like,
do you remember Michael Eisner?
So I don't know. Do I remember Michael Eisner? Yes and no. Like I know who Michael Eisner is. I don't remember.
I never met him, but being a really young kid in the 90s, there was like a series of, like on Disney Channel, there would always be these like, essentially like infomercials for Disneyland, and it would be Michael Eisner like touring the new ride.
Oh no, I don't remember that.
There's magic at Disneyland. Let me show you Indiana Jones. And like, it was the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Interesting.
So I always like, later in life, I was like, I don't know who the fuck he is. And now he's working on the NVIDIA Ryan, I guess.
How old are you, Michael Eisner?
Like, I have no idea, like, what happened to him since then. He could have done good things. He could have done bad things. You know what I mean? But maybe he's working on video games. This is interesting. We've seen a lot of this in recent times, right? People leaving big top companies, top publishers, top devs to form their own thing. And we haven't seen too much fruits of that labor yet. There's been a couple examples. I'd say Callisto the first out the gate. At some point we'll get something from them. And then then there's this next generation.
Anything when they say next generation, PlayStation 6 and whatever the next Xbox is.
I think that they mean this gen because I think they're still like the top gen. Every generation gets more tricky than usual. What is this gen? Next gen almost doesn't matter. I think
how many years are we into this gen now? Like 2 to 3 years into this current gen. Again, generations are weird now, so who knows how many years we have left. But let's say we have 4 years left, like assuming around 7 years for a life cycle. If they're starting this game today, and this is, they're talking about 55 million in funding, they're talking about it being open world, player choice matters, gameplay systems that bring people together. They're talking about something that's big, AAA, and they're also talking about something that might be experimentative at the same time. Something that is, oh yeah, we're bringing players together. This is a multiplayer game, but it's a different kind of multiplayer game. That's gonna need some time, and like it brings me back to there was a tweet a couple months ago from Jason Schreier where he was like, game development cycles have gotten so long that if a new AAA big game developer started work on a new game today, chances are it's gonna be on the PlayStation 6. And like this sounds like something that I'm like, we're not gonna see this for 5 years, right? And so I'm like, maybe I could see him literally meaning like, oh yeah, we're working on something that is next generation.
Yeah,
like, this is something that maybe we pitch to PlayStation down the line. Hey, this is a launch title for your next platform.
Yeah, totally. Hey, you're making a lot of good points here. It is interesting. When do we think we get PlayStation 6? Because I do think that we're ways away from that. Hardware. Sony's going to want to not have to restart again, getting new consoles out there and, getting that baseline. Because once they worked so hard to get the PS4 to be like the ubiquitous system so that they can put software out and then have it just crush. Now with PS5, it's like they're finally about to hit that cadence of systems being able to sell at the rate that there's demand for. And I think that we're going to start seeing that in Phase 2 and whatever the games start looking like, starting with Spider-Man 2. I imagine that that's going to dramatically increase the sales of PS5 to points that, I don't know, could it be PS4?
Ooh, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, at the start, PlayStation 5 was faster selling than the PS4, but obviously over time that gets below PS4 because of availability. And so I think you're going to see in terms of lifetime going neck to neck. But in terms of what we see with PlayStation 6, I think that'll come down to a couple of factors. I think one of those factors is what is the long-term trajectory of the PlayStation 5, how long does it continue to sell enough numbers to where PlayStation's like, hold, like, don't release it yet, like, this isn't the year, like, we're still doing great in terms of our projections, people are still buying PlayStation 5s at a very good rate, let's not cut that off. I think you will see them maybe try to hold out as long as possible for whatever that length is. And then also, what is the demand for new tech? Do we get to the place in, let's say, 3 to 4 years where developers are like, hey, we need better hardware, we need more powerful hardware. There's new technologies out now that we want to take advantage of, and features that would only be available if we did a big refresh and jump to a next-gen console. I think those are the questions. I think there's also the question of, do we get a mid-generation update for the PlayStation 5? Do we get a PlayStation 5 Pro? I would assume so, right? Like, why wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah, like, for sure. And whether it's called Pro or something else, like, we will get a iteration. We always do.
What does that iteration look
dating back to PS1, right? PlayStation's always had some of the has changed generation to generation. With PS1 having just the little one that you get the screen for, to having ultra slim versions.
I would like to see slim versions. That's my question. Do you think the mid-gen PS5 update is power, or do you think they make it smaller? Like, what does the mid?
I almost see it being both.
You're in a bad spot.
And whatever that is, even if the power isn't like something that is like super dramatic, because like we're already talking about something that is like ahead of the curve in a lot of ways. Like the technology of PS5 is not something that is like not. So like,
is there a demand for somebody who the PS4 Pro was advertised with 4K as a thing. Right? Like, hey, this is going to take advantage of 4K TVs. Their games are going to look better. Have I need more power isn't right? You need something that is, hey, this takes advantage of or like whatever the acronyms are.
See, the problem is we're at a place now tech-wise where there are multiple standards, and that's always a bad place to be. It reminds me a lot of Xbox 360 launched and the PS3 launched, and it was like, cool, there's a Blu-ray player, or you can get the HD DVD player on the Xbox, and it was like betting on different formats, which was going to work. Obviously, HD DVD failed, and Blu-ray became the standard. We're now in a place where when we're talking about just the tech, there's the HDR battle, and then there's the 3D sound battle. And Xbox has a deal with Dolby Atmos, which is the superior 3D sound, whereas PlayStation has its proprietary one with Tempest. And because of that, we're never going to be on equal playing fields. So it's almost like the more power you're putting into something, it's not really going to fully help, because only the developers that are exclusive are really going to care about designing those experiences. Otherwise, they need to design to be able to work well enough with everything. And that results in kind of lame results when you're on the super top end of things, which, you know, not that many people are. But to answer your question, it's like I don't know if they're going to be able to add anything in the next couple of years that they can put on the box that is anything more than just marketing bullet points that don't actually mean anything. Because they can push 8K all they want. The reality is that is not happening. Like, you might be able to get games to run in 8K sometimes in some frame rate on some TVs, but we're talking about such a slim percentage of people that they're just not going to make games that way. Like, the demand, the supply of games will not be there for people. So, I don't know. I think that we're kind of in a really good place where even any more power, more processing, more all that stuff memory will allow for the battles of the different modes on games. Like, it's just talking about PlayStation here, where I think it's going to become more and more frequent that we get a performance mode, resolution mode, and then the one in between that's like you get the ray tracing, but like the RT performance I think is going to become more of a standard, and I think that PS5 Pro can kind of really push that, and then maybe get to the point that the RT performance is actually a lot closer to the RT mode. While still getting your
which I'll be down with. If there's like a PS5, if they announce a PS5 Pro and they say you don't have to choose performance and fidelity because we're giving you both. Yeah. Like we're able to run hot looking games at 4K all the plus these things are gonna play smooth as butter. That's like a dream scenario. But
that's the bullet point. I just don't think that bullet point is realistically possible. These games being made is always going to be the lowest common. Taken into not just consideration, but it has to work best that way. Almost. Like it has to simply work because people are going to look at the baseline PS5 for the foreseeable future as something that's going to run things optimally. You know, there might be ways to enhance that, but it reminds me even of like the haptic feedback in the DualSense. When it works, it's magic and it's cool as shit. Then there's every other game.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's that same type of argument there. Interesting. Look at the numbers here. Off the top of your head, so PlayStation 4 has sold 107. How many PS5s do you think have been sold? So, as of this month, we are looking, as of last month, 32 million.
32 million, okay.
With 7.1 million of those sold in the last 3 months alone.
Okay, so yeah, upward trajectory of PS5s because they're more available.
So
what do you think?
I mean, it's kind of wild to think because look at this, right? 117, that's a lot, and that's a lot higher than 32. But if we sold 7.1 even in just the last 3 months, I imagine we're going to continue to do that. God of War Ragnarok did just come out. Yep. So in the last 3 months, that is also dealing with the shortage being over and Sony's biggest banger potentially ever that they've launched. You have Spider-Man 2?
That's the thing is we have Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 2 is PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
Like God of War Ragnarok, if you really want to play on PS4, you can play on PS4.
You could, and a lot of my friends did.
Yeah. And Spider-Man 2 is a game that people will show up and buy a PS5 for to play. And that's going to be a very high-selling game. And so I think you see that boost things up. I think as we get more PlayStation first-party games announced.
Or even just exclusives, Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. And then I think also the whatever Sucker Punch is working on next, whatever, like the Last of Us Factions game, I think once you get more of those bigger projects announced and you hype those up, like yeah, you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see a wave of people show up and buy the PS5 just based on how they treat that marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the idea is always that there's always more and more people playing video games, especially like we saw that boost during the like earlier pandemic of everybody turning to gaming. Of course, that's leveled out over time, but like people are still into video games, right? Like. The audience is only growing more and more. And so as long as the PS5, in terms of output and in terms of quality, I think is as successful as the PS4 and becomes as available as something like that, I think you see PS5 overtake PS4.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that this generation is going to last long. We will see pro updates or whatever. There'll be other iterations of a PS5 to extend its life cycle further than we would have expected. And had the pandemic not happened, I don't know that that would have been the case, but it did. And many of PS5's biggest games have been cross-gen so far. So we'll have to see what the future looks like. And we're going to be talking about that future forever here at Kinda Funny. Thanks to your support on patreon.com/kindafunny. And if you do support us there, you don't get ads. But for everyone else, you do. Here they are. Shout out to Shady Rays for sponsoring this episode. Look how cool I look. You too can look this cool. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered from the sun to the slopes with premium polarized shades, customizable snow goggles, and so much more. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. They'll also provide 10 meals to fight hunger in America with every order and have donated over 20 million meals to date. That's fantastic. There's no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for y'all listeners and watchers right now, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the new year. You can go to shadyrays.com and use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2+ pairs of sunglasses. Try for yourself. These are 5-star rated by over 200,000 people. Again, that's shadyrays.com. Shout out to Honey for sponsoring this episode. Honey is the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. And thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupons. We all know there's nothing better than the feeling of saving money. Honey is the free service that scours the internet with promo codes and applies to desktops. It works on your phone too. You just activate it on Safari on your phone. You save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. You can get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/kindafunny. That's joinhoney.com/kindafunny. We're back, everybody. Story number 3. Period. Dot.
Let's go.
Paradox.
Paradox. There, you get really confused because on The Real Housewives of Dubai, there's a woman.
Whoa, hold on. No, you were watching The Real Housewives of Dubai? That's a thing? Do you watch all the different seasons of The Real Housewives? What's your favorite? I was gonna say, Atlanta sounds like
Yeah, Atlanta is absolutely
Is there
fire.
anybody on there that I recognize? Do they have any celebrities?
Yeah, Candy Barres, who wrote
I
No
don't watch
Scrubs.
that kind of videos, Tim.
Huh?
I don't watch this kind of videos.
No, it's she wrote No Scrubs.
Thank you.
She wrote It's Gonna Be Me, Ryan Sink.
Oh,
Alright. She's a legend. She was in the 90s band X8.
Okay.
Yeah. Great.
That's pretty cool.
Denise Richards was on Beverly Hills.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, there's a woman
You're watching the Dubai one.
on Real Housewives of Dubai, and like her catchphrase is period dot.
More time
She always says it like that. That's her thing.
All right.
And so this.
Somebody chat said she wrote Bills. How can you neglect to mention that?
She wrote so many songs. So many songs.
I didn't know I was going with an icon here.
Everybody.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, no. Candy is the absolute best. Anyways, Niantic's take on Nintendogs arrives this May from Ryan Dinsdale at IGN. Niantic has announced that period. I fucking can't.
It's paradox.
It's such a thing, man.
I look, cause like it's not like, I mean, obviously it's a weird spelled word, but like Peridot is like straightforward, and you throw this accent to it too, which makes it funny.
But it's like a fucking thing. It's a thing, you guys. Anyways, Niantic has announced that this game is a blend of Pokemon Go, Tamagotchi, and Nintendogs, and it will launch on May 9th. Pre-registration for the game is also available now, and users who sign up on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and play by May 23rd will receive an exclusive party cosmetic. Say it again?
Peridot.
Okay. Peridot has been in development for around 3.5 years and is Niantic's latest attempt to recapture the magic of Pokemon Go's launch period in the summer of 2016. I've been playing fucking Pokemon Go every day, Bless. Every goddamn
Are you
day.
really?
Yeah, and I don't know what I'm doing. But like there's a catch streak, and if you catch one a day, little numbers go up, so I catch at least one a day.
It's like a Snapchat streak.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Are you trying to take a Peridot?
Definitely not playing this. Our team has been hard at work at making Paradox real, said Niantic. They are immersive, amazing magical creatures that eat, sleep, play with toys, explore their environment, get bored, develop unique personalities, and are always in need of a loving adopter like you. Each Peridot also holds a combination of unique traits that change its colors and features with Niantic, promising an infinite number of different looks. While the aim of the game is to raise and have fun with the Peridot, players can also take on the role of keepers to breed and discover as many types of Peridots as possible. When it comes to the day-to-day, however, remember that it's every keeper's job first and foremost to ensure their dots are happy, healthy, and loved. Feed your baby dot, play with it, and take it on adventures. With enough care and effort, it will grow into a teenager and then an adult that can hatch a new generation of dots.
Sound like the snake ad that Nick wrote like years ago.
This is weird, man.
This is giving me Megan vibes.
This is, yeah. There's something here that it's a little, it's a circle of life in a way, except you can keep track of all your dots and never have to say goodbye.
Like, is that not this right out of Megan?
Yeah, but I'm happy that they don't die.
I mean, oh, they better not. So I wasn't a Tamagotchi kid, and I was a Nintendogs kid. I was a Neopets kid. I used a lot of Neopets.
Okay.
I never fed those goddamn kids. And they never died. If they died, that would have broken my heart. Instead, they were just very hungry. Yeah. And then 6 months later, I'll remember to take them to the soup kitchen. And I'll leave them for 6 more months. Be like, ah, shit, I gotta feed these pets. And then I'll take them to the soup kitchen again. That was, you gotta make money in order to feed your Neopets. It was also a big omelet, but I digress.
Yeah.
This reminds me a bit of that, though. Like, I think there's an idea here that's pretty neat, but also an idea here that I think is being fulfilled by Pokemon Go, right? Like, is there anything about this where it's like, oh, I can just play Pokemon Go instead?
I mean, little kids like dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They also like Pokemon.
I was saying, like Pikachu.
But there might be people who don't like Pokemon. They're like, I like dots instead, so I'm gonna dot it up. Can we look up this Peridot? I want to see what we're dealing with. Oh, did you? Sorry, I was. Yeah.
So like there's like these little magical
Okay, great. So they are just like
colorful.
They are just Pokemon.
Yeah, they look like weird alternate Pokemon. And I would assume that the focus here is more, no, you actually take care of them, you feed them, you pet them. But like, can you do that in Pokemon Go? I'm not playing enough Pokemon Go.
Yeah, you definitely can. Out of Caterpie.
I do enjoy the fact, even though, I mean, none of this has been the hit that Pokemon Go has been, because Pokemon Go was just a juggernaut and saved the world in 2016. I appreciate Niantic throwing different things at a wall as much as Pokemon Go. And maybe that might be the thing. I'm not sure that this is the next Pokemon Go. But we've seen this. There's basketball, there's Pikmin, there is a basketball one, NBA All World, I believe is what it's called, where you collect basketball players and play hoops with them. Marvel one that was part of the Disney.
Not out yet.
Yeah, not out yet. And like that one I think looks interesting. And then there's this, which is an original idea, and I think it's smart to have an original idea, right? Like we've seen a Telltale, for example, partner up with a bunch of different, and even though that is really to lift yourself up. All right, I know this IP is popular. I know this is gonna work. I think it's also smart to have something you're talking about. Hey, this Pokemon. What?
Pocket monster of some
yeah, like a pocket monster that you can feed and that you can I think that's the big thing, is that they turn into teenagers and adults and then they can lay eggs. And I'm sure you want
to be a breeder to discover all of them.
Yeah, you want to discover all of them and do that. I think that's a good idea. That's original.
Yeah.
To them.
Yeah. Well, good on you, Niantic. Good on you. Story number 4. Microsoft has announced and launched the Velocity Green Xbox controller. They tweeted out said, so we can get our new Velocity Green controller available now. Once again, shout out to Microsoft, shout out to Xbox. Every time we put out a new controller, I'm like, this shit is hot. This shit is hot as fuck. I don't want this one. I don't need a controller in my life, but if I did,
I love how they Xbox controllers, and I don't play Xbox enough. I have 3 Space controllers in my living room that are controllers that were partnered with the Space Jam Legacy. I just have those at I have so many.
Straight up, Xbox did they partnered with everybody. There was a
yeah.
10 years. Like once the Xbox One dropped, they're just like, fuck it. Who wants an Xbox controller? Because yeah, legitimately, like I haven't counted, but if I looked, I bet you I have like 15 Xbox controllers.
I mean, yeah, I probably have like 8 or 9, which again, like I don't play enough on my Xbox to have this many Xbox controllers.
I mean, the other thing is I have my Elite Series 2.
Wow.
I'm not gonna play with these.
Like I have more Xbox controllers than I have DualSense controllers. Like way more than I have DualSense controllers. I have like 3 or 4.
PlayStation, nah, they ain't never doing it.
Yeah,
never.
But yeah, I mean, in like DualSense, I think DualSense is their own can of worms, because I do also like the colors that they provide. Like they're a bit more like honed in, and they don't just announce these new things that crazy. But whenever we do get a new DualSense color that's not camouflage, I am like, oh, all right, this kind of looks hot. This looks hot. I'm digging this, but it's a different. They definitely treat them very different to me, because Xbox is making a range controller.
Yeah.
And I see a new Xbox color scheme. I'm like, this. I love this. I think this is great.
The purple one they put out was fantastic, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give me haptic feedback, Xbox.
Playdate announced price players and launch a digital store with 11 new games. This comes from Ryan Dinsdale at IGN. Panic has announced that its handheld gaming console Playdate is getting a price increase and a digital store with 11 new games. A $20 price increase will come into effect from April 7th, meaning the Playdate will go from $180 to $200, with Panic attributing the bump to increased manufacturing costs. Customers who pre-order the device before April 7th can still get it for the original $180. That $20 delta is largely because of our factory recently gave us the inevitable news that in 2023 the price of building a single Playdate is going up. It's the co-founder of Panic. In better news for current Playdate owners, an update to the digital store called Catalog to the device today. Every game on Catalog's created by Panic receives automatic updates and is linked to the user's Playdate account, meaning they can always be re-downloaded. To celebrate the launch of Catalog, Panic's also releasing 2 games for free. Recommendation Dog.
Wait, you're not excited about Recommendation Dog?
Recommendation Dog is an action puzzle game about being a tiny dog working for a company. While Real Steel is a heist game figure higher of the Worker spinoff. Swamp Machina, Grand Tour Legends, The Botanist, Heidi Spy, and Word Trip. Barrett, can you please pull up Recommendation Dog?
I literally can't.
Wow. Can you type in Recommendation Dog?
Okay, I had a double check. That was a movie that came out, right? Like, was it not? Oh, I never watched it.
Where?
Playdate. Something
Where?
that I think is nifty. Not really of interest to me. I know Jared Petty was stoked on it.
He's not here. I'm here.
I have one that sits on my desk, and sadly I don't use it. And I think the price increase is unfortunate. Like, I feel bad for Playdate because I think.
Yeah, I'm on the ping.
Cool, fun,
The ping was here.
idea, but I think the price is too high. Like, I think it would have been like $180 for one.
Is that him?
I wouldn't say it's worth it, and then with the price increase, like obviously, that's the hand they were dealt in terms of the parts for this factory manufacturing, which is unfortunate, but I feel bad.
How it is the price of
That's very rough. But yeah, like it's such a cool game that I wish had better, not even better marketing, but like I just wish they had better circumstances around it. Right, I wish they would have been able to get that price cheaper, but I think it just comes down to trying to make this thing that is right, that is able to like function with the store and the store is a cool thing. But yeah, it's kind of
I'll leave it there.
yeah.
Story number 6, Neon White could be coming to Xbox according to PS ratings. Scully Xbox rated by PSRB, as spotted by Twisted Voxel. The game's rating page was updated to list Xbox One, the already existing PS4 and 5 versions. I don't agree with the game, stuff, so I'm not going to read it. But assuming it isn't an error, the PSRB's rating suggests an official announcement is hell yeah, just another one of those games that you can play by as many people as possible, and get on more consoles. Super fun. It's a game that is easily recommendable to anybody for 2 hours or 3 days. We're going to have a great time.
Studio, like the previous game was Donut County, and so I would assume that they like to make left turns, and maybe their next game has nothing to do.
This is technically a new studio, from what I remember. The director was the same director.
The Donut County guy.
Yeah.
I would love to get like a Neon White follow up.
Same, but I'm not sure this blessing. It's like, yeah, this is actually coming to Xbox. If it's coming to Game Pass, hell yeah, more people get to try it out and play a fantastic game. But then also, they can't keep doing this to me. Like, they're gonna put this on another platform where I'm gonna have to play this for another 70 hours.
Those are the rules, dude. You have to do
You
it,
gotta pick it up. You gotta get those Chivos. That's what they call them.
Yeah, because I can't get it the fucking platinum anymore because I got screwed out of bugged out of the platinum on PlayStation. So
You gotta get them
And then all
Chivos.
the fucking high scores and stuff. I gotta own everybody on the Xbox platform. It's just too much, man. It's too much.
Blessing.
Yeah.
Will Barrett ever platinum neon white? I fucked it up.
No, you had it. You
I
had
had it.
You
but
had
I was
it.
gonna say I was gonna I got stuck on platinum platform. I don't know, guys. Just give me the 3. Just give me the 3.
give him the
It's
3.
okay. It's okay. If I want to know what's coming to Mom and Grop shops today, where would I look?
You look toward the official list of upcoming software across each and every platform, as listed by the Kinda Funny Games Daily Show hosts each and every weekday.
Tim fucked it up.
I didn't know we called that the 3. The jib shot, is that the 3? Is that what that is? Technically?
No, 3 out of 10.
Oh, the 3 out of 10. Okay, I thought you were trying to like zoom the camera out because you wanted to hide your shame.
Yeah. No, I'm a shame boy.
No, if we're giving that a score, I'm giving it a 1. I'm sorry. You don't even get the 3.
Out today, we have Outlanders on PC. Yes, not Outriders, just Outlanders.
Outlanders,
Different
yeah.
game. Cool, March 7th. Deckham on PC. Melon Journey's Bittersweet Memories. Melons are bittersweet.
Oh, that's good.
Coming
That's
to
good.
PC and Nintendo.
What's your thoughts on grapefruits?
Love them.
Yeah.
You know, I
You ever put
love the
sugar on the
flavor.
grapefruit?
I actually never had a grapefruit itself,
No?
but grapefruit flavored LaCroix. Big fan.
Okay. All right.
So,
Yes, that's fair.
That's what I named Moose after, Pamplemousse. You know,
Oh,
that
yeah.
Pamplemousse is French for grapefruit.
I used to be such a confused child because my parents loved grapefruit, and like they would hand me this fruit that looked like an orange. I'm like, oh, certainly this must be sweet. Every single time it got me. Every single time I'm like, this is gonna be the time where I bite into this thing. And it's gonna be like fucking juicy and so good. I bite into it. And I'm like, ooh, what's this?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Right.
apparently you put some sugar on it, changes the game.
Watermelon sugar.
Hi.
The finals, closed beta on PC. I'm interested in this game.
I'm very interested in it, and I've signed up for the closed beta, and I think they've done multiple betas up to this point, and I've not gotten accepted. If you work on the finals, please let me play your game. I would like to play the finals.
Let Blessing play your game.
Let me play your game, and Arc Raiders, because that looks cool too. But finals, yeah, let me play that.
Hotel Renovator on PC, Knights of Pen and Paper 3 on PC, Little Witch No Beta on Switch and PS4, Melon Journey Bittersweet Memories, I already said that, Pronti on Switch, Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition on PC, PS5, and Switch. Papers, Please, the 1.4 is up on Steam.
I believe that's like a rebuilt from the ground up version of Papers, Please to like fix bugs and stuff.
New dates for you, Metal Hellsinger DLC, Dream of the Beast launches March 29th. The Library of Babel launches on April 7th for everything. Front Mission 2 Remake launches June 12th for Nintendo Switch. The Mage Seeker, a League of Legends story, launches April 18th for PS4, 5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. Sea of Thieves Voyage of a Lifetime, a new documentary about game development, launches March 20th. I love more of these game documentaries popping up.
Yep. Like I'm slowly working my way through the Psychonauts one, and it's very entertaining. It's like watching a TV show. And I'm upset when I see the views. More people should fucking watch that thing. They put in a lot of work in that documentary. So if you want like a good look into video game development, it's very educating, very enlightening, and also it's a very good watch. Go over, watch Psychonauts, the documentary.
Deals of the day. Xbox Game Pass games for March have been announced. Guilty Gear Strive, March 7th. Dead Space 3 cloud version, March 9th, as well as Dead Space 2. Valheim game preview on March 14th. Civilization 6 on March 16th. And Ni no Kuni 2 on March 12th.
Land there.
Cool, man. That's great. Let's look at your wrong. Let's see what we got wrong. Nano says Exodia is not banned, but you can only have one of each Exodia card. So you can't just load it up. You know what I mean?
That's a bad strategy anyway. What are you gonna do with like if you draw 5 legs of Exodia?
There was
200 damage each.
There was a time period where me and my friends would like daily play, like actually play against each other, and I had a winning strategy that only worked for a while because they got hit to it. But my strategy was to have my deck be the minimum amount of cards out, which I think was 40. Might have been 30.
40 is like
but most people were like everyone I knew had like big ass decks. So I would have the smallest deck possible, all right? No, it was my small deck. Because I knew all the cards. It was able to get my cards that I needed faster. But then, yeah, so 40 is the minimum. So, yeah.
40 is the minimum.
Hey, even if you have a small deck, it can still work out for you.
Yep.
A lot of stuff that is not. Okay. Nano says, update on the Eisner stuff. It is, in fact, Disney's Eisner. Eisner is the chairman of the Tormonte company, who's investing in this new X-Riot company. Eisner founded the company in 2005 after leaving Disney. Wow. Wow.
Here's a crazy one.
I know. After, y'all, strap the fuck in, okay? Y'all minds are about to be blown right now. We just had a riot of an episode, all right? There was an energy, there was a vibe. Did it feel like Tuesday? I don't know. But what it was a period dot, okay? And we were here, I was like, Bless, how do you say it? How do you say it? How do you say it? What did you say?
I said Peridot.
Peridot, Peridot, Peridot. It ain't Peridot, everybody. It's Peridot. It's Peridot, okay? Thanks, Bob, for correcting us.
Wow.
Peridot. Who would have thought after all of this?
I mean, usually when it comes to pronunciations, like I'm able to nail the phonetic shit sometimes, but goddamn, yeah, I was off. I was way off.
It's exactly like it looks, everybody. Play on.
Play on.
Play on.
Play on.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling funky.
You don't want to talk about the missed out today. We had an over one crossover. There you go. They're crossing over.
Tomorrow's hosts are me and Bless. Bless and Jen. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And then Friday it's me and Bless again, because that's what we do. Fun. If you're watching live, guess what? Get hyped. The boys are going back into Elden Ring, doing a little bit of that co-op. You can check that out right now after Games Daily on youtube.com/kindafunny.
Yo, come under. I'm gonna rip this port to the roof.
They did put
Let me know when you guys are ready.
In a One Punch Man Saitama outfit. So that actually, that is actually pretty cool. I like that.
And yeah, otherwise that's it, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Stay tasty out there.
Swing the guys inside.
Kathy's coming up on you now.
Loba's right here on the stairs. She just ripped the bell.
Grand Island Casino Resort is hiring, and we're looking for team members to create a positive and memorable experience with our guests as part of our rewards.
Yo, what the heck is going on, kind of funny best friends? It's your boys, the Jabronis, back again for part 7 of our Elden Ring playthrough. Stuck in the rot, and our leader Andy Cortez needs to get us through it and onward and upward. Hi, Andy. How are you?
You know what I look like?
You know, not a great start to the morning.
Oh, really? Really? Because Nick is eating Skinny Pop popcorn, or he's denounced Skinny Pop popcorn.
What he's talking about. You know that.
You got golf clubs finally.
Yeah, you get a golf club.
I went to the gym. You look great today in your nice windbreaker. Oh, good. You should be a two shower. You don't do soap in the morning. You don't think soap in the morning?
Well, I
before
kind of
you
do.
sleep, but it would be a good call.
I'm just not as thorough with it, you know.
Are you getting your hand all the way up your crack?
Yeah.
Are you one of these jabroni on the internet that don't like their crack? It's a problem.
Oh, that's awful.
And I'm trying to stop that epidemic right now.
Wait. They don't ever clean out the inside of their fern gully?
They just spread their fern gully and just.
That's what it's called, Andy. It's the fern gully. Nobody calls it fern gully.
They just let the fern gully get a little moist.
Dude, you gotta get it fucking Faisal's Big Adventure, bro.
Fifel, that's what it is.
You're all wrong. All of us are wrong.
No, you were wrong.
No, yeah, nobody's wrong. Nobody's wrong.
I said it wrong.
Nick, I also said it wrong. I can admit that. I'm not above admitting that, you know?
God bless.
Look, here's why I'm having a bad morning.
Okay, well, let's go back to the showering technique. Why no soap in the morning? I want to know about it.
No, I do do a little bit of soap in the morning. Okay.
Is it Old Spice?
He's just trying to distract.
Is it Old Spice?
He's just trying to distract.
Do you have a loofah?
Here's what happened this morning, everybody. I
Tell
walk in.
them what happened this morning.
I walk in here and I say, oh, let me check out the Elden Ring. And then I look up at the weapon, it's got the main flail or whatever.
Yeah.
The one that shoots out the sword. And then I realized that this weapon is not upgraded. And I made it 15 fucking times. 14.
Excuses are like my fern. Nobody uses soap on it. I'm all over you like a cheap hairspray. I'm on you. Also,
Nick, you was looking for me to explain this to you.
It's so funny.
How ridiculous it was.
So ridiculous.
Because it just felt so bad hitting upgrade, and I was just able to keep on fucking going. It is mind-numbing. I am dumber for playing games with you.
Well, here's the problem. We're playing this special super mod. We weren't allowed to go back to the tavern. You said go back to the tavern. You're like, we're not allowed to go back to the tavern. Couldn't break the game, so we've never really gone back here. You know what I mean?
You're in it right now.
You mean the ancient round table pizza? I want to dial it back a little bit, guys, because I think we're this
try and hide with that shiny tag on you.
Yeah. And we're not going to point fingers at who are the frustrating people. Okay? So today I would like to have a nice, slow stream where everyone pays attention and everyone respects each other. And I just have one question. Why is there so much goddamn popcorn?
You stop fucking. Can you eat something chewy that doesn't require?
The mouth texture of popcorn is just so fun, though, Andy. It's crunchy. Andy, we seen Scream together? Because I need some crunchy popcorn to switch my.
Nick, I've got popcorn.
Bro, let me have some swag. I will buy some swag right now. We're talking black market.
Come on. That's on me. That's on the house. It's just. I'm trying to buy your loyalty now with the between initially, and then I can. You can have.
Now, Mike, you mentioned. I have to
by a giant lizard.
Now, can I ask you that one enemy that we were fighting in the box, where it took me a little while to get to him, no one's fault.
No one's fault.
It's just maps and pings, and
Yeah,
we're learning.
Nobody deserves the blame. Yeah. Nick in that moment. You know, I was thinking about this for a while. Nick in that moment. It's like all three of us are here at the studio, and then we said, "Oh, we're gonna walk to that store over there," and then Nick was like, "Send me the GPS coordinates."
Yes.
And it's like, well, how about you just watch us walk away or walk with us, you know?
You
And
guys
then
send
blamed
a
us for not having the GPS coordinates. And maybe Nick was looking at GPS coordinates from some place where he traveled to 3 months prior.
No, for sure it was the GPS coordinates that Mike asked us.
Hit him with the Garmin, you know what I mean? Hit him
But
with
he
the
was like, Nick, here's my Garmin coordinates. And I'm like, why are they all on? Just go toward the thing. All right,
Nick,
not
last
gonna
night we were talking about the podcast. I opened my glove. I can't use the Garmin anymore. And then I walked in this morning and Mike is curling his eyelashes.
Yeah, he was curling his eyelashes.
I want people to start with the club also.
Also,
Andy, any part of you that needs work besides the shit that doesn't need work?
I know,
Can you
Andy.
improve the things that need improving and not the things that don't need improving?
Yeah, like if I were to improve one part of your overall eyes, Mike.
Oh yeah, what would it be?
It wouldn't be your luscious. It would be the fact that every time I come in when you set up my computer, the screen is right against my fucking forehead because you're so nearsighted.
It's a
you can't
beautiful
see your
setup,
hand.
Nick. If people want to, it's advanced. It's up very, very well.
Every time I sit down, the monitors are closer to me than the tip of the desk. That's how close they are to my face.
And it's just a 1-2 punch of going over to like, I'm gonna be so mad at Microsoft for this fucking weapon. And he walks over there and be like, Mike, what weapon are you using, by the way? I just upgraded. I walk over there and tell him this, and I walk over Nick, and he's like this, Nick. I walk over and he's like, yeah, what's up? I was like, what are you doing?
He's curling his eyelashes.
He's like, I'm curling my eyelashes.
Yeah.
And I just
No, okay.
I think we made a mistake.
No, I mean, I know we did. A.
Yeah, we
B, I have two questions for you, Andy. I have two questions. One, how much easier do you think that boss rush is?
Oh man, I've been putting out 65 damage on the legs, bro. It's bad.
Okay, that's
Double
question
digit
number
Howard over here, dude.
That's question number one. Question number two is, I heard we had a plan for Mike, and then I heard you spoil that plan today by telling Mike what we were going to do to make him a better person.
Yeah, so chat,
need a
the other day,
standard
Nick was like, Andy, we gotta get Mike to stop whitening his teeth. Like, it's getting ridiculous.
Yes.
And I said, Nick, what if we made a spam account and commented on a YouTube video like, Mike's teeth are distracting white, they look bad. Like, we need someone else to say that so then he'll listen to them and not us. You know what I mean?
He doesn't listen to his friends. He listens to the one comment that reads a year.
Yes, that one kid that called me Nigel Thornberry. I'll never forget it. Fucking Chad Sandwich 69. Fuck that kid, bro.
Fuck that kid.
I'll find that kid one day.
Mike, before we venture to bed, I know we kind of have a loose plan of where we want to go and what we want to see.
Evo shields
By
here.
the way, let's
Level
push that
3.
bar, everybody.
Yeah,
Please,
let's push
for my
that bar.
sanity. For my sanity. Can we fucking push the bar for my sanity, for fuck's sake? Something I really hope. But the plan is respect. Go. In about 6 weeks, yeah.
And they just fall out, and Mike goes, "Who put all these Tic Tacs all over me? Because they're gonna be so eroded from all of the bleach. They look like little white Tic Tacs."
We're starting off the charge right now.
Sarcastic Jews. Simp and Roach Runner. Or a bunch of subscriptions. Thank you for being sarcastic. I want to go back to
Bro, I just got one clip by an RE, bro. The fuck is this game?
He should be one, yeah. Hey, resin smoke, resin smoke. Pookie, just tap. One king. Do you have a teammate, gang?
I'm not in your game.
Stonewall, it's in the middle of the map. You can't find it.
What's not smart is you hard finishing someone outside a circle and not tapping a teammate. Although that push was fucking stupid. But you can't really expect someone to have a fucking army.
Can't wait. Very
We've got a minute till recharging shields.
Back here, back here. I'll hold shield.
I haven't done it yet. I just want to make sure that it's nighttime.
If it takes you out,
Make sure to turn on your little lantern.
Oh, you're right, Link. Thank you.
Have that thing on.
Alright. It is open.
I'm joining. I'm in.
And
I'm in.
I'm